All right, Shalom. This is the brothers of GMS New Orleans coming at you with another live camp. And first and foremost, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe, make brothers endure to the end. Shalom.
Shalom.
And it's another Saturday in hell, another Saturday in Babylon the Great, which the majority of these people out here know as the United States of America. And today is April 20th, 420, which, you know, the average bird brain nigga looks at as a let's get high day, weed day. But when you look at 420, you know, you had the BP oil spill on 420. Hitler was born on 420. A lot of serious events have happened on this day. And also, going into April and May, we're coming into something called the Feast of the Beasts, when these elites, you know, start doing a lot of their sacrifices and rituals. And we can clearly see in the mainstream news that something major is about to happen. You're having those strikes going on between Israel and Iran over in the Middle East. And now in the mainstream media, they're talking about threats of cyber attacks, which brothers have been talking about for the last couple of years. But now you've got the mainstream talking about it. Just recently, you had several states say, oh, 911 was down. And then you had the head of the FBI, Christopher Wray, saying, oh, we expect an ISIS-K style attack on the U.S., like what happened in Russia. And then they expect China to hit the infrastructure. So we clearly aren't living in a time of peace. We're living and coming into the times of Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai's great judgment on this wicked world, especially Babylon the Great, for the wickedness you people have been committing in it. But for the majority of people out here, especially you people on this sign, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, 2/3 of you, who you should really just be niggers, spics, and tontos. For you just think that this is still play time, that we're going to have a hot girl and a hot boy summer. Well, hey, it's definitely going to get hot out here, but it's not the type of heat you want. But to you sincere, you know, Akim and Akwak out there, now is the time to be in the right spirit, which there's a time and a season for everything, which we're about to get into with Ecclesiastes chapter 3.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Keep going.
A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Read verse 3.
A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up.
Read verse 4, Baba Kashah.
If I can just say real quick on the time to plant and pluck up, man. We're plucking up all of the lies that have been told to our people, and we're planting seeds of righteousness, man. That the elect is being gathered through the preaching of this word. And that coincides with what? The destruction of America. It says, a time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance.
And when you look at the state of things right now, is it a time to heal, a time to laugh, and a time to dance? No, it's a time of weeping, you know, mourning and killing, which is all we see going on out here. Because iniquity or lawlessness is abounding, as it says in Matthew chapter 24, the love of many is waxing cold. You're seeing a lot of these women out here getting dealt with. You're seeing a lot of people in general just getting murdered. You've got these migrants coming across the border committing all manners of crimes. And then you've got war in Ukraine, and you've got that war brewing up in the Middle East. And then brothers are constantly posting clips of these average Americans, you know, posting to TikTok saying, look, it sucks at being in America because I can't pay for anything. The money's not going anywhere. I'm facing eviction. You know, what am I going to do? So the spirit out here is mourning and lamentation and woe, which is coming, destruction. That's the next part of it.
A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing.
And, you know, just to back up what the brother was saying about, you know, a time of planting, a time of gathering stones is what? The stones, you know, the 12 tribes of Israel, the elect being gathered together right now, which, as the brother was saying, that is synonymous with the downfall of whatever heathen kingdom is ruling at the time. And who just so happens to be ruling? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the end of the world, as it says in 2nd Esdras chapter 6. And who comes after that? Jacob, Jacob's kingdom. But in between here and there, much violence, death, and destruction and judgment is going to take place.
Right. It says, a time to get and a time to lose. A time to keep and a time to cast away.
Keep going. You can read down to verse 8.
A time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak.
And we're clearly in the time of speaking right now. You see us here speaking, prophesying the downfall of this kingdom. But what did it say before that? A time to keep silence, which that's another part of end times prophecy, the famine of the word. Well, we're going to keep silent out here. And as it says in Ezekiel, what? Our tongues are going to cleave to the roofs of our mouth. And for the majority of our bird-brained people out here, that's when they're going to want to try to find the word. But it's going to be too late for them at that point. And as it says, the fair virgins and the young men shall faint for thirst spiritually. And as it says in Ezekiel 33 and 33, and when these things shall come to pass, these terrible judgments, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. So you want to make a point.
Yeah, the elder Yakina always say this. All right, if we would have been out here, what, in the 50s, 60s, the 40s, preaching the downfall of Babylon, hey, we'll be put to death. You see, that was a time to keep silent. You see, but now this is how you know we're in the end, okay? Because now it's the time to speak, like the brother was going into. Just to back you up, huh?
Which, just to back you up, could you get me Isaiah 33 verse 1? Because this is a telltale sign of somebody going out of power when, the slaves, the second-class citizens in society, can, rouse up and buck up and talk against the system. Like the brother was saying, 50, 60, 70 years ago, if we would have even looked at an Edomite the wrong way, we'd have been hanging from these power lines. But here you've got brothers all across the planet standing boldly in the face of our enemies, shaking the hand in the gates of the nobles, as it says in Isaiah 13, telling you that you're the devil and Satan that the Bible speaks of. You're a goddamn Edomite and you're going into slavery and your kingdom is going down.
Wow. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 33. Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and that dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee.
And we know that this Edomite, is still, dealing treacherously and, spoiling. But for the average everyday Edomite, what? They can't just, start a lynch mob like that and go hang Jake. Or they're going to get, that chastisement for it. It's like every other, these cops can't do what they did before. And this average everyday Edomite, if he says, call somebody a nigger, what? He's going to get doxxed and go to jail for it. So, Esau doesn't have that power anymore. And as it said, when thou shalt cease to be, spoiling and dealing treacherously, shalt thou be spoiled, and they shall deal treacherously with thee, which we're seeing with these different nations, what? Coming across the border, which a lot of them are sleeper cells to what? Overthrow this government. And then what? You've got a lot of these nations planning on de-dollarizing, which that dollar is what's holding up the United States of America. And once that dollar goes, hey, this house of cards is going to fall down and it's just going to be complete hell out here. But just to back up the brother's point, Esau doesn't have that power like he did before. Hey, by the simple fact that we're out here saying we're the children of Israel and condemning him, to the point to where he's got to, come with anti-sim, laws and everything. Censorship, calling the truth, hate speech, all that. Just another indicator we're at the end. Con. You got it. And then we can finish out in that Ecclesiastes 33.
Con, it's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and 1. And it reads, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors.
And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. The righteous man standing in great boldness in front of the face of him that afflicted them. Brothers are out here prophesying this word, telling this devil to his face that he's going down, and telling you coons, you tontos, and you spicks that you're going down with him. And we can see, leading up to this ministry, y'all can go through. Y'all can go through. We can see leading up to this ministry, the majority of our people, scoffed at the word and didn't take it seriously. But now you're seeing less and less scoffers out here because what? They're seeing everything we've been prophesying about come to pass. And that's, making us more bold as lions. Because what? Everything we've been prophesying is coming to pass. and it's validating, the word we believed in, the words we've been preaching. So as we see it coming to pass, we know everything that comes after it: spiritual powers, salvation in the kingdom. So that just makes us even more bold as lions to go even harder.
Next verse.
Yeah. I flicked off. It's like I'm on it. Verse 2, in Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2, and it reads, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
And hey, we're seeing our enemies, trembling with fear right now. And like we just said, with these Amalekites coming with a lot of these anti-sim and censorship laws to try to keep the word from going out. Hey, these elites understand the power of the words and the power of the prophets, and Israel waking up that's bringing about the end of their kingdom. So they're terrified right now. And then what? The next part of it, the strangeness of our salvation when we get beamed up onto the chariots.
Hey, if I could say, there was an article just pushed out, all right, and Yaganah spoke on it. He saw the video. All right, the chariot came out the water without a splash. All right, and when those military I can't remember what position it was in the military, but when they gave their press speech, they was like, it's over for us. Basically saying like, basically admit, like, that, which they've been doing it a whole bunch ever since, the pandemic, all right? But they basically was going into how that technology is mind blowing them more and more and more as these chariots start to make themselves more prevalent on the earth, man. They're studying them from afar, but it's mind boggling to them.
Yeah, what happens when a fleet of chariots just enters the atmosphere and just sits there,
just like that?
Like, Esau's not gonna have any explanation for that. He's gonna try. He always lies. But it's going to be evident that the higher power is visiting this place.
They aren't just a glowing orb like we see them. It's an actual wheel within a wheel that just materializes and stands over Washington, D.C. Yeah. They're going to have to cut the feet on that. Yeah. In the back of this brother, you had a former guy who was a head in the Navy talking about the chariots a couple of years ago, saying, hey, from the footage I've seen of this technology, it's at the least 100 to at the most 1,000 years advanced to anything we have.
That's right.
And then a Republican senator recently said, if they have the ability to travel between galaxies, then they can turn anything we have into a charcoal briquette, burning us to a crisp, which is all a part of biblical prophecy. Which, if somebody could get it for me, I'll just get it real quick. Jeremiah 15:43, which what I've been noticing, and not just myself, but a lot of brothers have been noticing, these politicians and even these preppers out here making a lot of biblical references now. They just be saying things that just a little too, like, have you been listening? Like, I believe a Full Spectrum Survival straight up called Russia God. Yeah. Canadian prepper, is making references to the Bible. Everybody's talking about the Bible, but not giving due diligence to who they actually learned these things from.
Yeah, of course not. They're the devil. They can't speak the full truth. But what was that Psalms where it says their tongue
shall fall upon? Yeah, Psalm 64. Their own tongue shall fall upon them.
And that's what's going on. But this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 43. It says, the king of Babylon hath heard the report of them, and his hands waxed feeble. Anguish took hold of him, and pangs as of a woman in travail.
And we know the king of Babylon is ultimately talking about these elites, which they clearly have heard the report of us. Hence, while they're working behind the scenes to, bring about censorship, labeling the truth as hate speech and the fame of the word, making a man an offender for a word. But on a lower level, the president, these other senators, these higher-ups have heard about the word. I'll never forget, a couple of years ago, it was during those George Floyd protests. Donald Trump, when he was president, posted on Twitter, I guess these they call us black, Hebrew Israelites are happy to see us tearing each other apart, referencing a kingdom divided cannot stand. And when I went to go look at that clip, it was only up for about 5 seconds before it got wiped from the internet completely. So, hey, the king of Babylon and these other higher ups have heard the report of him. And it said, what? They waxed afraid and they were in anguish as a woman in travail. Hey, those that are in the know are terrified out here because they know that Yasharallah is coming back in the power, which we got to get that Judith chapter 5, where that Ammonite talked about if Israel was dealing with their power, there's not only anything we can't do against them, but what? We shall be made ashamed before them, which is what's coming.
It's Judith chapter 5.
You can start it up, verse 5.
5 and 5.
Kind.
Then said Achior, the captain of all the sons of Ammon, let my lord now hear a word from the mouth of thy servant, and I will declare unto thee the truth concerning this people, which dwelleth near thee, and inhabiteth the hill countries, and there shall no lie come out of the mouth of thy servant.
You can jump down to 17 and read the 22 Baba Kashab. But just to give a little context, Achior, the Ammonite, the so-called Japanese, was in the Neo-Babylonian Empire. He was a general in it, or a captain, and he was talking to Holofernes, who was the Babylonian general that was coming against the southern kingdom at the time. And they had, built a trench around Israel to try to starve them out. And they were having their war councils. And this is when Achior was going into about how, look, if these people are with their power and their power's with them, they can do nothing against them. We can do nothing against them, Salakia. And it's no different now. We're in Babylon the Great. And what? We're out here coming back unto our power. The breaches being closed and the tabernacle of David being rebuilt. So that's why, nothing these Edomites or these heathens are doing is coming against this truth. It's on the Lord's time when he brings about the famine of the word. But when that happens, what? That also plays into prophecy.
Yeah, I just want real quick. It said that he was about to tell them a truth. Right? He said, and not a lie shall come out of his mouth. Why? Because this so-called what they would call a theory, which we understand to be a truth, has been tested over time. Time and time again, with different men in different ages. So what makes you think it's going to be different this time?
Lord don't change.
It's the same power, the same people, all right? Yeah. Hey, I'm going to let you go into it. You're going to see.
Hold for me, Matthew 24 and 14, too.
I'm on you.
This is still in Judith chapter 5, jumping down to verse 17. And this is still Achior speaking the truth. It says, and whilst they sinned, not before their power, they prospered, because the power that hateth iniquity was with them.
Hey, and whilst they sinned not before their power, they prospered, which, we're rehearsing the righteous acts right now, doing whatever we can to, stay faithful under Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So what? The elect are, to the best of our ability, not sinning before our power and coming back to our power. Hence, why we're prospering out here. Of course, we go through our daily trials and tribulations, but what? These prophecies are coming to their fulfillment. And Israel is rising up. And everybody is on edge right now.
It says, but when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs.
Hey, taken from the west coast of Africa to the Americas, from Europe to the Americas, and then what? The northern kingdom in the Americas being enslaved by these Edomites, and some of them being shipped to other parts across the planet. Clearly, who fits those prophecies of being led into captivity? Not those little hats over there. Jeremiah 17, where it says, you would fall away from your identity. We did that. We fit every prophecy dealing with the curses of Israel. Right. So what? If we fit the curses, what? When they come back to their power, the blessings are going to fit us as well as the salvation.
It says, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies.
Keep going.
But now are they returned to their power, and are come up from the places where they were scattered.
Which we're doing spiritually right now through what? The unicorn, that internet, which, as it says in Isaiah chapter 19, their word goeth unto the ends of the world. Day and night, nor speech is their word not heard. Psalms 19, yeah. Khan.
You can grab it up, Psalm 19.
And we can get that. Psalms 19, you can start at 1, read to about verse 4. Because what? Back in the past, when the disciples went and prophesied this word, they had to travel to different areas physically. But through this internet, we're traveling, through the World Wide Web and spreading this message. Hence, while you've got brothers and sisters in many different countries, looking like many different nations, speaking many different tongues,
That's right.
waking up to their identity and calling on Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai.
It's the book of.
This is good you said Isaiah 19 though, because that also goes into what you're saying.
Hey,
real quick.
Real
Real quick. This is Isaiah 19, verse 19. And in that day there shall be an altar to Yahweh in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof unto Yahweh.
And what do you do with the altar? You make a sacrifice. And what's
Right.
it say in Corinthians? We make our bodies a living sacrifice.
Yeah.
So what? The altar is up here, and we are day by day making our bodies a living sacrifice for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai in the land of spiritual Egypt, the United States of America.
Right. And what's going to happen after we set up that altar? It says, and it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, in the land of Egypt, for they shall cry unto Yahweh because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a savior and a great one, and he shall deliver them.
And we are clearly crying because of the oppressors. And what? The Savior is coming. Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly refers to as so-called Jesus. Hey, those chariot sightings aren't just, E.T. coming to say hello. They are the vehicles of our salvation.
Right.
The more they make themselves pronounced, the more it goes to show how close we are to our salvation. The strangeness of our salvation, as it said back in that Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5.
That scriptures also tell you in I believe it's 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. All right, but it goes into that these chariots are doing what? They're really surveillance. The Lord is using the chariots to, keep an eye on this place. They say these chariots are visiting the iniquity, all right, of this place. Basically taking a report back unto the Lord, all right, watching over us in our daily lives, watching what this devil is doing to the earth.
Yeah.
You see?
What's it saying, Amos? The eyes of the Lord.
I was just about to say that. You got it.
The eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom. All right, and that's talking about Israel, which is a people before a place, but really it's talking about Babylon. This is where Israel is the most wicked. This is where these Edomites this is their final, their last hurrah, so to speak. So the eyes of the Lord are watching this place, and it's entering the land of the thief.
What's it saying, Sirach? The eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And what's it saying, Psalm 68? The angels of the Lord are thousands.
Yes.
Even thousands of, is it the chariots of the Lord?
Thousands.
The chariots of the Lord are thousands, even thousands of angels. So that's the eyes of the Lord. The chariots, the chariots all across the planet surveying everything, bringing the message back to the Most High, and then the Most High is about to bring the judgment through those chariots, as well as these other calamities of Jacob's trouble.
I got a quick one for you.
Khan, you got it? Then you got it, Kushab.
This what I had quoted. This 2nd Ezra 6 and 18, and it reads, and it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the affliction of Sion shall be fulfilled.
What does it say? What does it say in I believe it's Zechariah 5, the curse that goes
Heavy.
Khan. That's that inquisition. The chariots recording everything, bringing that message back, and the Most High making that inquisition or inquiring upon the wickedness, which is going to bring the curse of the earth. The chariots, which are going to go into the house of the thief.
I just wanted to get that word inquisition because it's heavy. It's not just he's not just inquiring, what they doing down there. No, it's for a purpose. He's inquiring for a purpose. It says inquisition in the online etymology, judicial investigation, act or process of inquiring. It says when you go down, a searching into, a seeking legal examination, a seeking of grounds for accusation. So that's what they're literally doing. The chariots are, all right, they doing this to, all right, look at what they making Israel do, so just how I tell you what, the sins of this place have reached unto the heavens. How you think they reached to the heavens?
Sure.
The chariots is marking everything now. You got it.
If I can say, just like when you have a case, all right, let's say, as we refer to the Esau judicial system, all right, Yahweh Shai being our lawyer, all right, and the angels are the private investigators.
That's
man.
right.
They're the ones that's letting the Lord know everything that they're doing. So when the case be presented to the judge, it's like, well, look at the laundry list of things that they've been doing all along. All right, the things that they've done in secret. All right, everything is being made manifest, man.
That's right, brother.
And there's going to be a judgment that's written for it.
And if I could say, what's it saying in Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4? Those that are sighing and crying. Look at it like a courtroom. You've got the spiritual prosecutors making this inquiry, this inquisition into the wicked. And then you can look at the angels as what? The telegrapher that records the message. And you've got the judge, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, watching.
That's right.
And these sins have reached unto heaven. And you know, at some point, very quickly, what? That judgment is going to come.
I'm
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe.
And that flying roll is talking about the chariots.
It says, verse 2, And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits.
Keep going.
Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
And it's just it's a curse for the wicked.
Yes, that's right.
Hey, the chariots are the vehicles of these heathens and the wicked of our people's destruction. But unto us, they're the vehicles of our salvation. What's it saying? Luke 21. And when these things begin to come to pass, then lift up thy head and look, because thy salvation is near. Roughly paraphrasing. Keep going.
It says, Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth.
Now let this shit pass.
Double whammy.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 5, verse 3. It says, Then he said unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off as on this side according to it.
What does it say in Revelation chapter 13? He that killeth with the sword and leadeth into captivity must be killed with the sword and go into captivity. And what's it say in Numbers 35 and 33? The land cannot be cleansed by the blood of them that were shed in it, but by the blood of him that shed that blood. And you know, we're that altar in Egypt, America, but America is a giant altar in itself that Yahweh is about to make the greatest sacrifice on the face of the earth on. And these people are the fat and the fuel of the fire for it. And hey, and you know, it's funny, the Most High has these GMO foods making people fat and plump out here, ready for the slaughter.
Hey, they had that picture. I don't know if it was one of the apostles. I think it was Apostle Gabal was going into how the average American looked back in the 60s and 70s. Everybody was pretty slim. You know, they really didn't have fat people back then. You know, but you translate to now because of the food being so defiled, corrupted with chemicals. Hey, man, that's all you see is fats, man.
Facts.
That's all you see. You got
Fat, slow bellies.
Yeah, back in the day, if you were fat, you worked at the circus. Like you were actually a laughing stock in the street. People would pay money to go see a fat.
The world's fattest man.
Yeah.
And he was like the size of an
average
average fat, brother. Up to date.
Hey,
It's crazy how low that America's gone, man. This used to be the place everybody wanted to go. You know, the land of milk and honey, the streets are paved with gold. People talk about this place like it was the kingdom of heaven. But it's nothing but a bunch of sluts and fats. You got it?
Hey, if I can add to you, I remember I showed you that video about other countries, they ridicule fats.
Yeah.
Like I said, specifically with the Ammonites, they got different stores called fatties, plus size and shit like that. They're going to let you know, they're going to abuse you in that name to let you know that it's wrong. You know, but that's what America kind of, you know, boasting. You know, you can eat good over here.
Yeah, they got certain cities where you can't even buy clothes for fat women. Like, that's how serious they are about not dealing with fats. All right? You physically can't make fat women's clothes, man. This society is the exact opposite.
And another thing too is what? You know, single women is frowned upon in other countries.
right.
They got something in China called leftover women. Where if you're a single woman in your 30s, it doesn't matter your career, your money, you're untouchable.
Yeah, because, hey, in the ancient world, women, you know, were begotten young. You see, so you can mold them and you know
They were trained.
Yeah, they're trained
So
to be
like
your wife,
Yeah.
to be your specific wife. But here, like the brother said, over in China, if you 30, you know you didn't already. Your mind is polluted. And something's wrong with you.
You set your ways.
It's like it's like an illness almost.
Yeah.
You know, like you become diseased with the Babylon juice.
Right.
You know?
And another thing too in China, they frown down upon metrosexuals.
Yeah.
Feminine men.
They're getting rid of all that K-pop and that J-pop because they understand the times they're living in. Not a time of peace, but a time of going into war. So they're getting everybody in that spirit. While over here in America, you got Lambo legs and men calling themselves baddies out here.
Even with Putin too, over there in Russia, you can't even bring that alphabet stuff over there, man.
It's a crime.
It's a crime.
It's a crime in China right now to be effeminate as a man.
Yeah.
That's how it's supposed to be. But over here, again, that's pushed. Then the military has actual moles and positions of power.
Transformer generals.
Yeah, transformer generals, man. Here it is, you're on the battle, you're on the front lines of a battle, and the person giving you orders wants to be a woman.
Wearing some camouflage high heels.
There is they have at the TSA. There's a new law that they just enacted. There's a sign at the airport that says people who can skip the line when you board the plane. It's handicapped, elderly, and now they added LBGTQ. If you're that, you can skip the line and get on your plane.
Hey, there you go. Hey, hey, Revelation 11 verse 8, that great city which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. But make your point, and then you still got that Zechariah 5. We'll get that, and go back. Were you holding something? Kind.
Judith,
Yeah. Well,
Judith,
yeah.
Isaiah,
Well, what'd you have in Isaiah?
the fatness.
Number 53.
We'll go back to the Judith. That'll probably come around again because we in that season.
Yeah. This is another point I just thought about while you bringing up that Revelations. But I was watching the video of the brother Iwanathan in one of the small hats, or probably just the plain Edomite. He mentioned about how Yahweh Shai, Jesus' body, that the body is dead, and now it's just time to get rid of the body. In the sense of getting rid of that thought process of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, but just that made me think about that of the Lord being crucified out here. They want to play God, they want to be God, and so on and so forth. And I'm gonna show y'all that video, once I find it. But like I said, the dude talking about the Lord is already dead. Now it's just time to get rid of the body. Like that's some bold speaking of the Edomites out here, man.
Hey,
they believe in it.
That's the ultimate crucifixion right there, covering up his image. And when you cover up his image and put that image, Jesus comes with the vibration. Jesus comes with loving everybody. Jesus comes with rainbows and lollipops and tucking.
Sodom.
Tucking and we'll leave it at that. That's what Jesus comes with. Tucking and cucking.
Yeah.
And bucking. That's neither here nor there. But you got that Zechariah. And this is what that curse of the earth is coming to burn with fire, along with those nuclear missiles. And it's no coincidence that over in Europe, they call a bundle of sticks that you set on fire a faggot. That's what they call it. They call a cigarette that you burn a fag.
Faggots.
All right, this is back in Zechariah chapter 5, verse 4. It says, I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name.
And they clearly swearing falsely by, just to back up that Revelation 11 verse 8, who they crucify the image. They swear that this is a God-fearing country, one nation under God. We with the law of the land is the Bible, with that devil Ronald Reagan said, but they do everything completely contrary to it.
It says, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof.
And if timber's getting consumed, what does that mean? You're getting set on fire.
Right.
And if a house in the law has leprosy in it, mold, you got to tear the whole structure down, which this whole society is leprous and molded and ready to just be burnt to a crisp.
At the brother's page, fire cures leprosy.
Hey, straight to the point, fire does cure leprosy. And fire is going to cure this leprosy out here. All right, we'll back that up. Come, we'll get you, then we'll go back to that Judah 5.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and verse 5. And it reads, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have
read one verse up.
Yeah, get the whole thing, huh? This is Isaiah 24 and 4. And it reads, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away.
And when you go into that word languish, it means to grow weak
Yes.
and feeble, which under this devil's rulership, this world has grown weak and feeble. Brothers posted 2 articles yesterday a couple of days ago in our chat that caught my attention. You've got salmon that are getting caught with cocaine in their system.
Yeah.
And then you got fruits out here that got, heavy metals in it. Band-Aids have those PFAS or forever chemicals. Everything that this devil lays his hands on is corrupted and destroyed. And it causes the people to what? Languish under his rulership, as well as this entire planet. When he was Cain, what was one of his curses? That the earth wouldn't yield forth his strength to you.
It says, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. And it's the point, back up that brother. Therefore had the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
A fire cures leprosy. For all this degeneracy and all this iniquity are not following the laws out here, which is pushed by this Edomite, what? That cleansing agent is going to come.
That's
that
right.
Fire from the missiles, as well as the curse that devoureth the earth. The chariots, which you might hold on to that, Judah, but it's kind of moved. Somebody give me Isaiah 66, verse 15, Baba Kashah. It seems the spirit moving towards those chariots, which, you on 31? 31 and 5? Con. Give me that Isaiah 66 and 15. You got it? Con.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Hey, that doesn't sound like, this Jesus they talk about coming back in peace. As it says, for behold, Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebukes with flames of fire. Those chariots coming and shooting concentrated heat on people, the so-called laser beams, which I did a video the other day talking about, how these chariots have been spotted by government officials throughout the decades, showing up over nuclear facilities and turning on their nuclear launch sequence and then turning it off, showing what? They have complete control over these nukes. And when it comes time, for those nukes to be fired, nothing will stop them. Reznov is not going to stop them. Captain Price, Ghostface, the Call of Duty crew isn't going to stop them. Op 4.
This ain't a Tom Cruise film, man.
Yeah, this ain't Mission Impossible.
This ain't that, man.
This is Mission Possible. The possible and the inevitable destruction of Babylon.
It's Mission Inevitable.
Mission Inevitable. Starring Yahweh Shai. Yeah, that verse 16 comes.
Isaiah 66 and 16, it says, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
By fire and by his sword. And who's his sword? The wicked, as pursuant to Psalm 17, verse 13. Esau, Edom. And what's the wicked's ultimate sword? Those nuclear missiles. So like I just said, the chariots are able to control these nukes. So when it comes time during World War III for the nukes to be fired, those launch sequences are going to start, and those missiles are going to fly. And what also? That other fire, the fire, the laser beams from the chariots hitting everywhere.
144 guard.
Kind.
Which guards he for strangers, man. So the 144,000 strangers. Wow. That's beautiful, man.
Hey, that's the spirit. You can't make this up. Hey, in the land where you were said, it was not my people. There shall it be said, ye are the sons of the living power. Which, hey, you still got that Judah?
Yeah, of course.
That they we'll hopscotch back to that real quick. Because what was that Judah going into when we start calling back on our power, which we were off from our identity for hundreds of years here, but through the will of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, we have back our identities. So what? It's bringing about the end of this system right before these people's very eyes, whether they want to hear or forbear, which regardless, you're still going to get judged. We're at
we keep going in that Wisdom of Solomon 5 too.
Con.
Our salvation.
We'll get that Wisdom of Solomon 5, then we'll, jump back to
Con. It's back in Judah 5, this is verse 19. It says, "But now are they returned to their power and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem, where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate."
And back then we were in the Holy Land, and we had the temple built, but the temple's been destroyed. But the third temple is being built right now, that spiritual temple. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So spiritually, where we've been scattered to, hey, we're all those spiritual building blocks, building up that third temple, calling back on our power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai.
It says, "Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up, and we shall overcome them."
And hey, that's been our case for the last 500 years or so. When we were in hardcore captivity, we didn't have our identity, we didn't have our language, we were called by these bywords and different nations, as it says in Revelation chapter 11. The butt of every joke in this society. But it's different now. We are the children of Israel. These so-called white people are the biblical Edomites. America's going down, and it doesn't matter how drunk you are or what bullshit college you go to, you're going into slavery, and it's as simple as that.
That's right. Going into slavery. It says, but if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them and their power before them, and we be a reproach before all the world.
And hey, the elect are covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai. So though we go off, hey, we're under that grace period, and the elect are ultimately going to be saved. So what? We're rehearsing the righteous acts, and the iniquity we do commit. Not telling you to commit sins, and is covered by the blood, and we're continuing to do our work and get close to our power. So the Most High is making good on His word and coming back unto us and defending us. Hence why these prophecies are coming to their fulfillment, and it's becoming more common knowledge every day that the true children of Israel are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. What happened with Vladimir Putin a couple of weeks ago? He opened up the vaults, which how he made it sound is they opened up the vaults, the door cracked open, and dust came out like it was these ancient archives, and they brought out those icons from the the medieval period, which showed the saints, which showed the Most High, which showed Israel, and which showed Yahweh Shai's so-called dark-skinned Negroes. And Putin was like this, I present to you Black Jesus. It's out there.
Which he's known all along. All of these world leaders, they all know the truth. That's why it tells you in Psalms 83 that they make a confederate against us, man. All right? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the only people that don't have any representation in the United Nations and these secret councils, man. Why? Because the councils are about us. How can we stop these people? How can we cut down their numbers? How can we increase abortion? How can we destroy them as a people? How can we move more businesses in their communities and profit off of them? This, what we're reading here in Judah, the 5th chapter, goes on every year in these councils.
So if that was written about in the Babylonian Empire, all right, well, the wickedness wasn't as nearly as great as it is here, all right, as far as our people committing the iniquity of the sin, all right, the transgression. How much more of now, this devil knows this. He studied this. He's, looked into the archives of the ancient men, okay?
What's it saying in Ezekiel? Their heart and their mind is deeper than Daniel.
Yeah.
And getting back to Putin, he's at war with the West, all right? He's not like, see, over there, they already know World War III has already started. They openly tell their citizens that we're at war with America. So when you're at war, what do? You make sure you have the right narrative. You take control of the narrative, all right? they know over there that they have the Lord's chosen people in captivity in the Western Hemisphere. So he's like, look, these are the real Jews. So who are those people in the Holy Land? All right.
And the elder brother Malcolm of Chicago made a beautiful point. Putin, probably did that to what? Create even more tension in America.
Yes.
Because by revealing that, by having a world leader come on the stage and say, look, the Israelites are Negroes. What's that going to do in America where racial tensions are at an all-time high? That's just going to further, kickstart those things and further bring that division.
God, and look at Russia's military. Russia's military is Russian men. America's military is a melting pot of a bunch of different nations.
Gumbo.
So you put that out there that, these are the Israelites. These are the people oppressing the Israelites, but they're fighting on the same team, allegedly. He's doing that right before war.
And I was going to say, too, because as he's doing that, they started I forget the particular name of the draft that they started over there. He openly telling the people, we in World War III, all right, the so-called Negroes are the real Jews, but we drafting ex-military, all right, people that's under 60, men to get ready for war.
Convicts.
Yeah. Convicts. I know what you're talking about. It's called the first phase, where they basically drafting the ex, like the brother said, the ex-military soldiers in Russia. So they already started the draft. So why would you start a draft if you're not at war?
And even over here in America, you've got a lot of veterans saying, hey, we've been getting calls, like they'll give us bonuses if we re-enlist and join the service. Because the American military is through on all levels.
That's right.
A lot of people don't want to join. The people that are in the military want to get out. And the average American out here is a fat, drug-addicted, alcoholic retard.
Yeah. It's like you were saying the other day. The majority of people that join the military, they just want a Camaro and some benefits, man. That's it. They're not fighting for rights or anything righteous. They're not fighting for the name of the Lord.
Military discount.
Yeah, military discounts.
A 50% discount at Speedy Oil Change.
Yeah, man. They don't give a damn about this country, man. You got to be bugged out of your mind to care about a country that doesn't care about you.
Hey, you just had when one of those hashtags were going out for war with Iran, I think about a year ago, you had an Eve who was in the army crying, saying, I didn't join up for this. Nigga, what do you mean you didn't sign up for this? You joined the military. Which is what? An institution that is used to fight wars and defend the country.
Showing you how bugged out this woman are.
Like I said, towards the inside of that thing, why that Eve was crying like that is because usually when they sign up for that job, basic training is the hardest thing that they have to go through. After that, they're safe behind the desk. Yeah. Everything behind the computer or whatever, that's where they're safe at, and they don't have to do anything like that. So they're not expecting to fight at all. You know what I'm saying? But I got a precept I wanted to bring out behind.
Finish out that unit, and then we got your precept. A bunch of women on it on the side of that streetcar. Hey, we about to come into the times where traditional roles are coming back into play. A man is going to have to be a man, and a woman is going to have to be a woman.
No gray areas.
No gray areas. Hey, and the fire truck is fire coming.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. And we can smell the smoke.
Southern Kingdom driving, and Issachar with that caterpillar mustache in the back, he was looking at something dirty on Instagram. What's your question? Bourbon Street? Yeah, but just keep your head. All right. Yeah. All right. You know, white people are going into slavery, according to the Bible.
I was involved with that.
Hey, you weren't involved with it. It doesn't matter. Get that Isaiah 14, and you know that one I like in Sirach.
All I know is I would not. I'm ridiculous. But I love what you.
You mind if we get before you enjoy your day on bourbon? You mind if we get you something? One thing, and then we'll let you be.
It's the book of Isaiah.
Revelation 13. We'll get that. Yeah, we'll get that Isaiah.
It's Isaiah 14 and 21. It reads, "Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
And what did your forefathers do? How did they get this country?
I didn't have their mindset.
But what does it say in the scriptures? Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
That was like, no, I'm sorry.
Hey, we're speaking the word. You said you believe in what we preach in the gospel. But this is what the gospel and the word of God says. That we must prepare slaughter for the children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
That was like the goats, and like not slaughter of like black people or Africans.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, it's different slaughter, like slaughter of animals.
That's what you're saying. That's saying. Give me Revelation 13
That's
verses 9 to 10.
I might be wrong, but that's
But we got one more for you. Just something for you to ponder on. So you know, we don't want to keep you from enjoying Bourbon Street. You know, having a good Saturday.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. It says, "If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints."
Captivity means?
And that's in Revelation, the last book of the New Testament.
Well, I do believe that slavery is probably like the most mortal sin you can commit. I feel like that's really bad. But I think it's the way you interpret the Bible.
Hey, the Bible isn't open to any private interpretation. And that's pretty straightforward.
It says the people that led these people into slavery are going to go into slavery, and it's all throughout the Bible. That's actually the gospel. Right? When you read Isaiah, you read that. That's also like interpretation. Like how so?
How's it interpret? Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
I'll read it again. It says, the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. "If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword."
You know that the transatlantic slave trade was clearly has slavery in the title. You know, what people ignorantly refer to as, you know, Africans, which were really the children of Israel, were led into captivity from the west coast of Africa to the Americas. And then with those European conquistadors in the Americas, what did they do to the natives here? How was America gotten?
I answer for you. Rape, robbery, and murder.
You know what Baton Rouge stands for? Red Stick. Because of all the kill. Oh, well,
actually, I like it as much as I can, but it seems pretty sketchy.
You heard of, you know, Baton Rouge, right?
Yeah.
That means Red Stick because of all the killing of the so-called Native Americans in Baton Rouge to get that land. So this country is built on the rape, robbery, murder, death, and destruction of the children of Israel, who are known as the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans today. And in the Bible, it says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword."
Do you believe in Jesus? Do you believe? Wholeheartedly, yes. Do you believe in the red letters of the Bible?
I mean, as much as I can.
What does that mean?
I got something for you.
Well, you know what the red letters mean in the Bible, right?
Like the Ten Commandments?
No, if the Bible's written, you got regular written in black letters. That means that it's the Lord, you know, so-called Jesus speaking when it's in red letters. That's what it means in the Bible. If it's in red letters, that's Jesus, so-called Jesus speaking. His true name, according to the Paleo-Hebrews, Yahushua. Let's see what he had to say also in the book of Revelation.
Revelations 2:25. "But that which ye have already, hold fast till I come, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations."
Hey, that's talking about seeing what we're doing right now, holding fast to the works of the Lord, out here prophesying like the prophets of old, and our people that have woken up, you know, coming back to their identity, their heritage, and following after the ways. And what is that? What is the reward for doing so?
It says, verse 27, "And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I have received of my Father."
And what does that sound like to you? And this is in red letters. So it's Jesus speaking. and he shall rule them. When you're ruling over somebody, that means you have power over them to do with them whatsoever you will, with a rod of iron, to break them as a vessel is broken, a piece of potsherd. And is that a peaceful act if I were to take a clay pot and beat it and shatter it with a rod of iron?
I mean, I love y'all, love everything, but Jesus I know, Jesus I grew up on. I mean, y'all might not believe the same thing as me, but Jesus I know, he's loving, forgiving.
To Israel.
To Israel. No,
Not to everybody.
Everybody.
What scripture is that?
I'm literally going to Bourbon Street, so.
Hey, go enjoy Bourbon Street.
I want you to know my faith is like. My faith is like as good as it can get. Yeah, I like mess up every once in a while, but I do know my Jesus. Jesus is almighty, all powerful.
Well, he is almighty and he is all powerful,
That's good.
and he's coming to
And he loves you.
business.
Yes,
You know,
Yeah, he loves the children of Israel.
No,
Yes,
he loves
he does.
you.
He loves the
He
children.
loves you. He loves you.
Because we're Israelites.
Yeah, because we're Israelite. He's right by pointing at us saying he loves us. Yeah, you're right on that. And you're right in him being all powerful.
Even if you were atheist, he loves you.
That's not in the Bible.
That's not in the Bible.
No, he loves everything. Like he doesn't love
That's not in the
everyone.
Bible.
I'm not here to argue. Like,
we're just having a dialogue.
Yeah. I was good conversation, but I gotta go.
And be blessed in the name of Jesus.
But yes, sir.
And when you get to Bourbon, just keep walking all the way down. You're gonna love it down there.
Hey,
Get to about Royal Street area, like a
I'm
few
going to
blocks
Bourbon to
down.
find my date. So
yeah.
Hey, go enjoy your day.
I ain't drinking or nothing, but
You're gonna be drinking. We know you're gonna be drinking. You look like you had some already.
man.
You look like you had some already. Hey, enjoy it.
I mean, yeah,
enjoy your Saturday.
But no, I'm not.
Enjoy the last
But
seconds of your
I do
kingdom.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
No,
this isn't the end of your kingdom, so just look it up. You know?
If I leave with anything, just know what I think is Jesus love y'all.
He does.
He
Hey,
does.
you're right on
Whether
that.
you're Israelites or
And,
not.
and he hates you.
I don't know.
That's in the Bible.
I know Jesus loves
Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
Just
Yeah.
Kind. Hey, enjoy your Saturday night.
But
That boy don't want to leave.
hey, see you soon.
Hey, we'll see you again. We'll see you again.
We'll
Don't
see
worry.
the kingdom.
Yeah, we're gonna see you in the kingdom of heaven. We're
Thou
gonna see you in the kingdom of
Thou
heaven.
saidest.
Thou saidest.
Hey, we gonna shut him out.
Yeah.
I don't even want that boy. Like, he ain't got no backbone.
Hey, y'all ever saw that movie, The New Guy? That's one of them old. Just look up The New Guy. I know you know what I'm talking about. He looked just like the new guy, but you got it.
This is Lamentations 4 and 21, and it reads, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom."
Yep, live it up.
Yeah. Rejoice. Hey, go down there and have 7 hand grenades for completion.
Yeah.
And just to hell with everything. Just go get drunk, bro.
Hey, if you a Edomite, a so-called white person, hey, max out your credit cards, get the biggest pile of snow you can get, that China white, the purest China white, do a backflip with a bungee cord off a building, go to PetSmart and have a field day.
Yeah.
Just do you. Because, hey, we're at the end of your heavens, your kingdom, and we're about to come into our heavens, our kingdom, where,
That's right.
hey, we're gonna rule over you with that rod of iron, and rule over your women with that rod of, what was the same Lamentations?
It says, "And dwellest." I'm gonna just start again.
Exactly. It says that.
Lamentations 4:21. "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee."
And that cup is talking about slavery, which,
right.
if you can get me, it's in Obadiah. I think you might know what it's saying.
Captivity.
That's Sirach. Give me that Obadiah 1 and 15. You start right there.
It's the book
Oh,
of
but we're gonna get that after you get that Lamentations.
It reads, "Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked."
And hey, Esau Edom is being made drunken right now. Spiritually drunken, and he's being made naked spiritually, as it says in Isaiah 47. The skirts of Babylon being lifted up, which is showing what? Your privy parts, your private parts. All of this wickedness that Esau Edom tried to hide is being exposed to the world. And as with Pandora's box, once Pandora's box is open, you can't close it again.
That's right.
And when you look into the myth of Pandora's box, that Pandora's box held all the evils of the world.
Yes.
That's how they say evil got into the world, with Pandora's box being open. So with this spiritual Pandora's box being open, all the evils and judgments are about to come upon you Edomites in America, and it will not be closed.
One last verse. It says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
And like we went into with, what was that, brother Kabar, your lesson last night, the comforting words of the scriptures, that's comforting, seeing that we are at the end of our captivity, and what? We shall no more be led into captivity. We're going to finally be at peace. Our entire nation is going to be righteous, and we're just, as it says in Psalms 149, be able to rest upon, the saints are finally going to be able to rest upon their beds.
Yeah. It reads, he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
He will visit thine iniquity.
Oh, damn. About to visit the collision center just now.
Mm-hmm.
But if I could say, and that just turned full circle back to what we came out with the information about the chariots, the Inquisition. All right. Hey, this devil, sins are being discovered, man. All right. What you got?
You got that Obadiah. That backs up. This Obadiah is going to back up that cup.
It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Straight to the point. There's no private interpretation under that. And this man was talking about, that's talking about goats. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of his father. So a goat was out here raping and they are goats. So he was throwing out some uncut gems.
Yeah. He was being as spiritual as an Edomite could be. Mm-hmm. It says, thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Hey, thou shalt drink the cup, and you're going to drink that cup to the dregs, and that iniquity and your nakedness is going to cover you. You can read 16 to 17, Baba Bashar.
I can't stop at 17. I gotta read
18. I forgot.
That's the gospel.
Read the 18 and then jump to 21, and that'll be the conclusion of the matter.
Verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
They shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and be as though they had not been. These heathens being in rulership over the children of Israel, they're going to be perpetual second-class citizens in the kingdom. There's going to be no rising up of these different nations. And the ultimate be as though that was not been is going to be Esau, Edom. After that first 1,000 years of the kingdom of heaven, building it up, there's going to be a Basra bonfire of every single Edomite man, woman, and child, young and old. And they're going to be cold from this planet permanently.
I can say, that cup will be the last thing this devil see, right? And that it had me thinking, because I'm a man that watch westerns, right? So you got the good guy, he been chasing the villain the whole while. The villain just did a bank robbery, just hypothetically. Hey, but this devil, what do they usually do? The villain go to the bar, and then here comes the antagonist. Hey, get your last drink. Yeah. That cup will be the last thing that this devil sees. Because like you just read, they're going to be burned up in a fire, a great Basra bonfire.
Hey, that movie, High Plains Drifter.
Yeah.
That was, when you watch that movie, it was really, I'm going to spoil the movie, so for the next couple of minutes, don't pay attention to it. Clint Eastwood was really a ghost in that movie, a vengeful spirit coming back because the town had killed him. And then he came back and destroyed the entire town and got his judgment. And the movie literally ends with him beating the villain to death with a whip. And the town is on fire when he rides away. What does that sound like?
Justice.
That was a good ass movie.
It says, verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness.
Hey, you shall no more be led into captivity.
That's right.
Deliverance by what? The vehicles of our salvation, the chariots.
And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
And he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And when somebody's in captivity, you take what? You take their gold, their silver, their women, their daughters. You know, you take everything from them. You take everything from them.
Yeah.
A slave don't really own nothing.
When you're a slave, you have no identity.
And you have no consent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a difference.
That's why the Eli Whitney got credit for the cotton gin for inventing the cotton gin when it was not him. He's a slave master, but his slave invented that.
Right.
Because why would a white man or a slave master want to invent something that's going to make
his job
easier? He's got slaves already.
Yeah, exactly.
So his slave invented a way for him to not need slaves no more. Yeah. So he invented a cotton gin, but what happened? Eli Whitney saw that his slave invented that, so he took it to. That's why my dad always said that's why the white man invented the U.S. patent office, the USPTO, so they could steal inventions. So they took the invention, like you just said. Slaves don't have no rights; they're not people. The slave could not patent that invention. He could not own it. Whatever the slaves invented on that man's land as slaves belonged to the master. So he patented it in his name. That's why when you read up the record books and the history books, it says you look up the cotton gin, it shows the inventor is Eli Whitney. That's a white man. He didn't do it. The slave did.
It's like that Dick Gregory. He said the only thing the so-called white man invented was the patent office, and that he uses that to just steal everything that Jay creates. Because like the brother was saying, the slave has every incentive to make his job easier. A slave master has no real incentive to not need slaves because he already has slaves. So when you go look into the history of this country, man, Jacob is the former of all these things. All right, Jacob creates all these technological advances. All right, the computer, the internet. All right, but then they tell you
air conditioning, the filament in the light bulb, the turn signal, the actual turn signal on your car. Yeah. Blink, blink, blink was made. Everything that makes this society easier was created by so-called Negroes. Yeah. But who took the credit for it? The Edomite, because what? We're slaves in this captivity. Yeah. And what does it say in the law? If a man begets children and wife in your house and he leaves, he's got to leave everything with you because what? He's your servant.
Yeah. And as wicked as it is, it's righteous at the same time. That's how it's supposed to be. All right, the Heavenly Father didn't literally create the world. His angels did it, but he gets the credit. So if you have slaves and they make something, you get the credit. That's how it's going to be in the kingdom. When you read the scriptures, it clearly tells you that the heathen are going to be doing manual labor, but it says what? We're going to build the kingdom. We're not going to actually do manual labor. These bedwenches, they're not going to have right, man.
This type of shit ain't going to never
be on. What the hell?
It's the last March. That's it.
The final slut walk.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Ain't going to be none of that.
And they did the final slut walk, and they like that talk. Yeah. But this is the only work we're going to be doing in the kingdom.
Yeah, pointing, snapping your fingers.
Yep. Even that's going to be too much. Yeah. You know, hey, we going to have spiritual powers. I'm just putting what I need done in their brain. Like, you got to just do it without
just download it.
I'm going to use my words for the talk to brothers and shit like that. I ain't even going to waste my words on a heathen.
Jake gonna be in that freezer chair in the kingdom, that little hover chair just hovering around.
You know?
You got one? Yeah, I got a precept.
Actually, finish out that Obadiah.
Yeah, let me finish this.
18 and then jump to 21, Bobby.
Obadiah 1 and 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame. All right, the northern and southern kingdom coming back together. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them.
Like they just spawned right there. You can hear them from down there.
It says, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh hath spoken it.
As the brother was saying, the house of Jacob, the southern kingdom, the so-called Negroes. The house of Joseph, the northern kingdom, so-called Latinos and Native Americans, shall be a fire. We're going to be all 12 tribes, beginning with the elect, are going to be back in rulership in the kingdom. And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in him and burn him, and there shall be none remaining in the house of Esau. After that first 1,000 years, every Edom, the entire nation of Esau, Edom, will be kaput.
Eradicated off the face of the earth. Verse 21, and saviors shall come up on the Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's.
Straight to the point. A savior shall come. You begin with Yahweh Shai, shall become the Mount of Zion to judge the Mount of Edom. mountain, government.
Yeah.
So this government of Esau's globally is being judged. Then Yahushua and the elect are gonna come and give them that Isaiah 9 and 1-3 treatment. Get them everywhere they're at, and that Isaiah 149 to slap chains and iron on their nobles and their kings, and going into slavery. And the kingdom shall be Yahweh's, and by extension, what? Children of Israel. You had something?
Yeah, I got
Oh, you had something? I know you've been holding something.
John, this is backing up that point when the brother brought out with Eli Whitney, so on and so forth. But this is Sirach 10 and 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, which is definitely one of the
break it down.
Which is definitely one of the reasons why the heathen is even in this place. Like I said, they raped, robbed, and killed every of our people to take this land and so on and so forth. And we honestly built this land, but who gets the glory of all of that? They get it. All right. But it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And like the brother said, man, like the tab is already out the roof right now, and they got to pay for that, man. He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. So, like I said, with all this wickedness and rape, robbing, and pillaging that they've been doing in this thing, like I said, the time is up. It's time for them to pay that tab and for that kingdom to be translated to us.
Time is up, like in Independence Day, when Jeff Goldblum was looking at the countdown on the laptop and it hit 0, he looked back and said, checkmate. And that's when the chariots started shooting those laser beams and wrecking shop. But you had something?
I think, but now you had something.
Yeah, something, Mike?
Yeah, somebody get add to what you're going into. Sirach 33 and 22. Read down to 27. All right, because this is a must, man. When the brother going into the slavery to these Edomites, this is a must. It's going to happen.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33, and verse 22, and it reads, in all thy works, keep to thyself the preeminence. Leave not a stain in thine honor. At the time when thou shalt end thy days and finish thy life, distribute thine inheritance. Fodder and wand and burdens are for the ass, and bread, correction, and work for the servant.
And who the servant is, man? The servant is pretty much Esau Edom, man. All right, going to the book of Psalms, all right, talks about the princes and the servants, man.
Yeah.
All right? You want your brothers to get that? I think it's
How's it go?
yeah.
I know what that's saying. Got it.
Where is that? 10?
Ecclesiastes 10, Con.
Yeah. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 10. I'm going to start at verse 6. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. Verse 7. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth.
And I precept that with Proverbs 10 and Proverbs 19:10.
19 and 10. All right. I got it. This is Proverbs 19, verse 10. Delight is not seemly for a fool, much less for a servant to rule over princes.
Right. And get precept that. The Lamentations 5 and 8. All right. There was a servant. They was never set up to rule, man. All right. But yet they're ruling. So what you and the scriptures brother getting into, this is what you do to a servant, man. All right. And these servants, and the Lord has put them over us to punish us, man. To make us really jealous of what we're supposed to have, man. You wouldn't sit up here in this prison with these servants over you to prosper, to want to be here forever, man. You should be wanting to get free to get your own shit, man. All right? Go ahead. Look at Lamentations.
This is Lamentations 5, verse 8. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver us out of their hand.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's plain. I go back to that.
Yeah. It's back in the book of Sirach, chapter 33, in verse 25, and it reads, "If thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty."
Yeah, if you let him go idle, he's gonna seek liberty. The same thing happened for these devils when our foreparents ran them up in the Caucasus Mountains.
Yeah.
All right. The so-called white man has always has done what? Learn to evade the capture. All right, as a fugitive. Right. Since he didn't came out of power from out of the Caucasus Mountains during the Renaissance, all right, which means a rebirth. What they done? They didn't came into power and ruled over us. Because what we should have done with our foreparents is pretty much got rid of them. But we didn't put them in the mountains. And like I said, to this day, you can look it up. They call the mountains they was hiding in over there in Georgia Rush, they call them Mount Petra today. But back in the day, they called it what? Anybody know? Mount Seir.
You talking about Petra in the land of Seir, like in Edom?
Yeah. It's called Petra today, though. The modern day name for the day is Petra. The biblical name is Mount Seir, right? And these devils have set themselves up as the Khazars, man. Right along with the American Edomites, which is the biblical name for so-called white people. You're Edomite. You're Esau. Your foreparents Esau. You're Edomite. All right. So right along with you and those gutter rats we call the 1948ers, the so-called Jewish people, all right, that run America. They run America, man. Lock, stock, and barrel. All right. They're the ones you see that's running this corporation called BlackRock, Vanguard, Standard Oil. Every corporation in America is under their banner. All right? What the fuck, man?
Like I had a point to you too, what you mentioned before. Like I said, Saul is one of those examples of like that was supposed to be a point in time that we supposed to get the Amalekites out of here.
Yeah.
They supposed to be playing out of here, but by Saul, not doing what the Lord commanded him to do. Like I said, now they're in this position right now, getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And these devils been in the power from the Renaissance, even with the Borgias. This guy right here. Let's get the real picture. All right, this picture you see of sweet Jesus, that's not really Jesus. This guy is the actual guy of Caesar Borgia. All right. Let this shit go by first. Yeah, it says the Borgias, the rulers, Renaissance conquerors who may have inspired the modern day image of Jesus, which it did. The modern day image of Jesus is the Borgia family, the son, Caesar Borgia. The father was Pope Alexander VI of Rome, which said himself, he thought he was a god. So what he did, he said himself, if I'm God, I need to set my son up as what? Jesus Christ. And from that time period on to this very day, everybody think that the one you call Jesus Christ of the Bible is a so-called white man. Now one would say, why are you arguing about color? Why? Because color today has to be part in the play for truth's sake. Right? Because a bunch of lies been told, man. A bunch of images of this guy been put up in every home and throughout America. Every home throughout this known world, man. But dude, the Lord look like that in the Bible? No. And this guy here this guy slept with his sister, he killed his brother, he did all type of shit, man. You know? Yeah, he was a wild boy, man. But yet, everybody in America loves him. When you have a guy sit down at night, over his feet, he go to pray, this guy pops up. In that little bubble, that cartoon bubble, the 3 dots, and the bigger bubble, this guy pops up in everybody's head, man. Meanwhile, the Lord of the Bible doesn't look like that, like I said. Like, give me that information.
God, this is on the Khazars, which your brother was talking about.
Show the book and the author. And like I said, we get deep into things, man. Okay? And these devils, All right, starting with these elite bankers, they know this, man. They know that their heritage and that the so-called white people. Not, and I'm gonna say this too. It's not about color. This is not about color too, because you got Israelites. Can I get a picture of you or a video of you? You got Israelites that look like this dude, man. All right, not saying he is an Israelite, but you have Israelites that look like him, because we have a thing called a confusion of face. Now, the only thing that we can identify today of what an Israelite is, what? Based on the spirit. And the spirit is basically filtered through this, man. This determines whether what a guy is or not, man. This Bible, all right? And what he kind of, his spirit jumps into, okay? So it's not all about color. Okay, go ahead, brother.
Just so y'all can get an image of this.
And page what? Name out the page.
Page 10
You
to
can't
11.
get that book. That book was once $20. I seen that book get up to $9,000 to $1,000 at one time. Yeah. Why they hiding this book for $1,000? Because it tells the truth. And over my years in the truth, I've seen countless number of times of some of the books I got. At one time it was $20, $10. Now they $3,000, $9,000.
They don't want you to have it.
They don't want you to have it, man.
I bought that book at $20. When I went back to give it to another brother that was in GMS Chicago, it was $200-something.
Yeah, and they purposely, you can't get that, man.
It's probably around the time I got this too. It was on Amazon for like $20. It's like, oh yeah,
you better get on it. Yeah. If you can find this book, look, now
$165.
Now it's $165. I seen it when it was $900.
I got one for 19. I got one for 16.
What is the paper or the hard?
It's paper, man.
Yeah,
you better order it. You better order it right now.
Better order it right now, man. But that's his best thing to do. Cause I was finna get cooking on his ass, man. I was seasoning him right now, though.
With that Whataburger shirt on.
Yeah, I was seasoning. I was seasoning. All right.
That's Jonathan Johnson. That's what Sarah.
Yeah, I was just seasoning him up right now. Putting all the Tony Sastries and shit on him before I went to really cooking on his ass, man.
That boy hit them with them 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
I think, real quick, I think in Kings, when in the book of Joshua, when they were killing those Hamites, one of the kings, they cut their thumbs and their toes off. They cast his body into a cave. But this is on page 10 on Who is Esau Edom by Charles A. Wiseman. The Khazars were a nomadic people who had no traces of Hebraic culture, which, this book has some bones in it because they were Amalekites who were Edomites, so they were Hebraic. They had been following a pagan and a sex-oriented religion until they had officially embraced Judaism in 740 AD, while rejecting Christianity and Mohammedanism. The Jewish
and why I say Mohammedanism? Because a lot of them crackers was under the religion of what? Islam, as the Ottoman Turks, man. You hear anything about Ottoman Turks, them Edomites, man.
Even today,
man.
A lot of them Turks are Edomites.
A lot of them motherfuckers you see in Egypt, they ain't not really Egyptians, them Edomites, man, and Arabs that took over that land, man.
During the Ptolemies.
Yeah.
And a lot of these so-called Native Americans, you can look up $5 Indian, and you'll see where they was where they saw where Esau was giving the original Native Americans land and other benefits because of to compensate for the loss for stealing their shit. So they say, okay, we're gonna give y'all all this. So Edomites was around and say, hey, if they're giving all that to them, can we put our names on there?
So they start pledging. They start pledging to be Native Americans, man.
It's called the Dawes.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's called the Dawes Roll, which is what they would pay $5 to be labeled as Native American. And a lot of them Native Americans, so-called Native Americans that own them casinos are Edomites.
Yeah.
And that movie that just came out, the Curse of the Flower Moon, was all about Esau getting with these Gadite women to get their land and their resources.
Even that dumb bitch. Even that dumb bitch over there in Hawaii, all right? The one that lady, because really it was the woman that got the inheritance of Hawaii, but guess what? Esau came up in there, popped her, and took every goddamn thing from her, man. Yeah. Yeah, man.
And that's their history. What did Haman do? He got up damn near second in command under the Persian emperor Ahasuerus. And when you read in the edition of Esther's, it says he did it in order to translate the rulership from them to the Macedonians. When you read in the edition of Esther, it says Haman got so far up so he could translate power from the Persians to the Macedonians, his people. That's what these Edomites do.
Yeah, and like I said, that you had that dumbass woman that got the rule over Hawaii. Them Edomites got up in there and married her, and guess what? They wound up taking every goddamn thing from her and owning both of the islands of Hawaii, man. All right, and that's what they do. All right, and they don't give a goddamn, man. Is that a red suit?
Let me say real quick, this also proves how stupid it is for you niggas to try to get reparations, all right?
Right.
First of all, Esau's never going to pass that bill, and even if he did, he would just declare himself a Negro the next week, all right? He said, oh, I'm 1/10 black.
I identify as black.
I identify as black.
They're trying to come out with something now called transracialism,
There you go.
where if you look like a so-called white person, hey, maybe in my spirit I identify as an African American.
Yeah. Hey, but what we got now, what we got now with the his and hers and I am and he, I can identify. I'm a building. I'm a car. I'm a camera today. According to America,
I feel like a bike.
But you can't identify as an Israelite. No, you can't do that.
No.
Huh?
It's all because of the LGBTQ.
That was the groundwork.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And like I said, that's what happens when you deal with the devil. You have all type of acronyms and newspeak, and you can be whatever you want to be here, man. All right. Meanwhile, this devil is still doing what he's doing. He's taking over. He have taken over the goddamn world, man. All right. Did that dude say anything on the comment board? He said anything back? I put the stuff on there for him, but go ahead, brother.
No.
The Jew, and little background. The reason those Khazars converted to Judaism is because you had there was a lot of friction in that land along the Silk Road between the Christians and the Muslims, and they didn't want to play one. They wanted to be neutral. So we're Jews. We're not Christian. We're not Muslim. So what? They could take control of the Silk Road routes.
Hey, but did y'all brothers? I put it in the thing. Did y'all see? Well, a son. That boy said. You seen what he said? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
That boy said, "Man, them gutter rats. Y'all set that whole play up of the Holocaust to put yourselves up as the real people of the land, man." Who said that?
The president of Syria.
The president of Syria. They've been trying to kill him for years, man.
Right. We've been a guard unto him. Russia.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. And everybody been knowing, man. But it seems so crazy. Everybody been knowing who we are, but now that we shine the light on these devils and put I'm talking about to shine a big LED light on him. That's an Edomite. That's a this. That's a that. Everybody want to turn the blind eye, man. But go ahead.
God. The Jewish author and historian Arthur Koestler also concludes that the majority of East European Jews, and hence the world of Jewry, is of Khazar and not of, I'm going to say the right word, Shemitic origin, which, they are Shemitic. In the beginning of his book, he states, the large majority of surviving Jews in the world is of Eastern European and thus perhaps mainly of Khazar origin. Here it is. If so, this would mean that their ancestors came not from the Jordan, but from the Volga, not from Canaan, but from the Caucasus.
Yeah, and they know this, man. And these are their own people. These are their own scholars, their own people that put this book together. And like I said, what the scripture say, the tongue should fall upon themselves, man. And with this book, it definitely have. It has fallen upon them so much to where it exposes them, man. Right along with the prophets, man. Go ahead.
On the next page, there is an abundance of ancient place names in the Ukraine and Poland, which, why do you think America's going so hard for Ukraine? Because that's filled up with fucking Amalekites, which derive from Khazar or Ziv. As the Khazars left their homeland of Khazaria and migrated north and west, they lost their name and became known as Jews. Their Yiddish language and alphabet is not.
And this is why we come up here time and time again and tell you blockhead niggas. You talk about, you come up to us and like, you sure?
The Israelites.
Yahweh. The Ruach, all that stupid shit. Man, that's not the real language, man. All right, that's Yiddish. And then brother finna go into what the Yiddish is. Go ahead.
As the Khazars left their homeland of Khazaria and migrated north and west, they lost their name and became known as Jews. Their Yiddish language and alphabet is not that of the Israelites.
It's what?
Is not that of the Israelites.
It's what? One more time, brother.
Their Yiddish language and alphabet is not that of the Israelites.
Go ahead.
But an amalgamation of Aramaic,
a mixture, amalgamation, go ahead.
Medieval German, Slovak,
yes,
and Russian dialects.
Come on, man. So why are you talking about Yahweh and Yeshua and all these other characters, man? That's not even the name of the Lord. And like I said, these devils know that.
Israel. It gets
more. It gets more juicy.
More Amy. This magazine isn't getting empty. Historian H.G. Wells, which wrote that book War of the Worlds, if that's the same guy, if you heard of that movie War of the Worlds, that's based off the book written by H.G. Wells. Historian H.G. Wells states the Idumeans, Edomites, were made Jews, and a Turkish people, Khazars, were mainly Jews in South Russia. The main part of Jewry was never in Judea and had never come out of Judea. According to the Jewish Encyclopedia, where we get what? Arsarith from, the original stock of the Khazars came from the land of Edom. Hasadi ibn Shepherd, who was a foreign minister to Abd al-Rahman, Sultan of Cordova, in his letter to King Joseph of the Khazars about 960, speaks of the tradition according to which the Khazars once dwelt near the Seir Mountains.
Yeah. And then notice, somebody get a picture of Mount Petra.
I got two degrees to back that up too.
And that's why these devils, if you can get it, that's why these devils have the architecture that looks like that. Right? The architecture that looks like this big white building, but the brother can't see it right now. It's a big white hotel right here. Big brown, those white pillars up there. That's why you see the pillars.
The emblems.
Yeah, that's why you see the pillars.
The eagle.
Yeah. The carvings and the architecture. Yeah, the Washington Monument, all of them have pillars because it reminds them of what? Mount Petra, man.
Now that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks, as it says in Obadiah.
And I did some studies a while back. I think those pillars you see on these plantation homes, all that shit goes back to Petra. It's a thing of what's going on. That's it right here. That's how Mount Petra looks. That's why these devils have a fascination with skyscrapers, man. Give me Obadiah 1. That's why these devils have a fascination. Yeah, somebody put it all together for me. Look. That's why these devils have a fascination with this shit, man. Because these buildings, you look at them, they look like caves with the holes in the caves and shit. Every window look like you can go into it, man. All right?
And one of the elders made a beautiful point. When you look at a skyscraper at night and see the lights, imagine looking at a mountain
like
with cave with them little different dens with torches in it.
Like you make a fire inside of a cave hole. You see the lanterns burning. That's how it looks at night when you look at the windows of a building. When you're driving on the highway, you look from afar, you see the building light on, but it looks like somebody's inside of a cave, man. That's them.
The spirit beareth witness.
This nigga all into rock. The scripture tell you that Esau was a man of the field.
Who's into rock climbing?
This devil. Why work at nigga? You want to get in the tree? Fuck no, boy. You getting in no goddamn tree.
Georgia
Come on, man. Come on. You got the harness. Man, I ain't give a damn. I got 3 harnesses on my ass. I ain't getting up there. Jake ain't doing that shit, man.
Hey, you wanna chop wood?
Yeah, you wanna chop some wood? Man, ain't chopping no wood, man. What's wrong with you? For what? That's E, man.
He's a wild feller.
And then, like I said, this devil we know, if you was to actually, he could be cast for a mid-age Esau, man. He got the hair all on his shoulder blades, all on his back, all on his stomach.
Lord.
You know?
Red. Like,
yeah, red
right here.
Even his eyebrows are hairy, man. Them bitches like stick out. He got hair in his ears, hair in his nose. You know? He's like a caveman.
The Flintstones.
Everything. The Flintstones.
Encino Man.
The Encino Man.
Even the insurance
He's in
dude.
the
Remember back in the day, the insurance?
Geico, it's so easy even a caveman to do it.
They've been telling you who they are, man.
The Quest for Fire, the ultimate Edomite movie.
Yeah.
That show, Satan, is it? They had a TV show called, was it Satan or the Devil?
Yeah.
And it was a white.
It was Esau playing. He was being himself. And I think wasn't Eve like his? Probably Eve was his main woman in that movie.
Yeah.
You wanted
So go back to
Obadiah
that
one?
Yeah, give me that Obadiah. Don't go. I'm gonna give it back to the brother when you read that the other one.
Sirach?
The Sirach, yeah. Don't leave off that. Get that Obadiah. You're going through what you're talking about right now, man. Yeah, that's why these devils like outdoor. They like canoeing and shit. They like hunting, right?
Drinking blood.
Yeah, because what's the ritual? Do anybody know the ritual when you go deer hunting?
Yeah.
Amongst the Edomites, what's the ritual is? Yeah, on your first ever kill of killing deer, you have to, once you kill a deer and you get them, you tear the sacks out. It's amongst the Edomites, you gotta go stick your hand in there and rip out the heart and bite the heart. You know, and some Edomites get so. They do that. Go look it up. It's a couple of them devils. What they do, they rip the stomach open on the deer and they get inside of the deer, stick their hand out, take a picture, man. They get in the body. Because they all about that blood and adrenochrome. They love that shit, man.
Some of them too take a cup, fill a little cup,
Yeah,
with blood.
Yeah, hit it. You know? You can't tell me that's Edomite. Huh? Yeah, you gotta eat a piece of it. I didn't see devil go in there and rip it out. Oh, bite a big piece of it, man.
No reaction.
Yeah. They take a bath in it, man.
And when they do that, Rashad, that'd be like a bloodlust, like, they taste that blood and kind of get crazy.
Go in a frenzy.
Yeah.
All the heathen got a little bit of it. 'Cause if I'm not mistaken, don't the Hamites actually go for like the bones?
They be eating shit.
They be eating shit. They
And
eat
Edomites
all type
eat
of shit.
cow.
They good. Wow.
Yeah,
The younger man gotta eat the
In the movie Apocalypto, they gave the guy the ball.
Yeah. Show you when you want to lie, man. Look at that, man. Show you when you want to lie. This is what they do, all right? This is what they do. That's a girl.
Yeah, that's a girl.
That's a female.
That's what they do, man.
Blood.
Yeah.
Right now.
Doubt it. You gotta drink some man juice, man. You ain't drinking no blood. You want something stronger. Some man blood. Go ahead, brother.
You want to go 1 and 1 or what? 1 and 3?
Oh, start at 1.
All right.
Start at 2.
It's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 2. It reads, Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
We ain't seen that come into play now. That the Edomites of America are greatly despised amongst these other nations. They hate America, man.
That's right.
They look at America as if you're not even that world power as you used to be. You're not even strong and this big mighty man as you used to be, man. You're weak. Go ahead.
Verse 3. The pride of thine heart had deceived thee.
And Esau is the most proudest man of them all. So he says the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, man. Go ahead.
That thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, which goes into Mount Petra. Starting with Mount Petra as the origin, but guess what? These buildings and these things that you see, they're like modern day caves too, man. Because according to the Bible, what the Lord said the size of the building is supposed to be. Anybody know?
3 stories.
3 stories. The Lord tell you in the Bible, if you was to build a building, that building can't be no more than 3 stories. Why? Because if anything ever happens, was a fire, or anything, I can jump out 3 stories I might get scuffed up or break a little something, sprain something. But you seen for 9/11. Get up. If I go from up there on the top floor, it's over, man. You gonna be like that? Man, that nigga we see on the video. Ah, that nigga sound like a pig. Yeah. They seen for 9/11. I've seen the people. Niggas up there for a good little while.
Just turn the fear blade.
You know? One nigga jumped out the window with his briefcase. Y'all see that shit? You can go look that up. He came out with the briefcase.
No, they ain't lying. The camera followed him down. And he was
still holding with the briefcase. You know?
I would have let that bitch go.
Man, he should have opened it like a parachute.
Yeah.
Hey, man, they did. You know? That's crazy. But the reason why the Lord put everything in place what you need. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Look at from the bottom of the ground, 1 story, 2 story, 1 story, 1 story, 2 story, 3 story. Right there, man. That's it. Read it right here. The second one. That's 3 stories. You good, man. Man, I done been one of them little nappy-head jacks. I done jumped off the goddamn roof, man. Boom. Keep on running. You know?
Hello.
Why, playing Sonic and shit? You jump from house to house. We done done that shit. You good. You know what I'm saying?
Back in '92, I had to do it. Jumped out of this girl house.
Yeah.
Third floor, jumped out of that and came on.
Yeah, but when you build stuff like that or shit like this, man, it's over with, man. But like I said, but these things remind him of the caves, right? It reminds him of Mount Petra. It reminds him of his living quarters, man. When he was, like I always say, he was picking them lights out his grandmother's hair and eating them and shit.
Drinking blood out of a skull. Drinking water out of a skull. Drinking blood too. Fuck it.
This fucking Edomites ain't shit, man. You gotta understand, these devils were walking like this. You know them apes? They're walking like that, man. Braiding.
I got that.
They were braiding and shit, man. This is the history.
They showed you their true estate in Planet of the Apes. The original ones, because they were running around. They couldn't speak. They were hairy. Had loincloths on.
That's why every time, man, you notice in most, starting with the Native Americans, how the fuck you don't know to wash your ass, man? They had to show them how to wash their ass, how to survive the winter. Yeah, because your ass was up in the mountains, you was just living like a goddamn beast. All right, you just wilding out up there in them caves, man. Remember that other little one day me was chilling. I showed you that thing. You was doing that, E?
Yeah, bro.
You was doing that. You might have had the paint on your shit. Up in there, echoing and shit. This is double, man.
They still do that. Don't need to make duck calls.
Yeah. Yeah, these devils put on a ghillie suit, man. They know how to be animals, man. You know what I'm saying?
Look like a caveman.
I recently had to work around what that was, Tulane was working around.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's they raw as a state. You know, in that college, teenage. Man, those rooms, one of them boys opened the door, you could just smell the body odor coming out there.
Yeah.
You know, they leave their shoes outside, you know.
That's you, man. Like I said, stop hiding. Everybody know from a natural fact. When I was a little boy, from a little boy, white people smell like fucking dogs and beasts when it rain, man. You go over to their house, it's just strands of hair all in the toilet. Not in the toilet, but in the tub. They shit like animals, man. You got lice.
They don't flush the
You the only nation that got lice. Jake don't get no lice because we got oils in our skin and our hair. You get lice like an animal. You got ticks and shit. That's ticks, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
You the goat and we the sheep, man. You look like you got the same hair ticks as the sheep. You got the ticks as the goat, my bad, the goat. You know? That's you, E.
That's a goat.
Yeah, it's a goat, man.
The real Billy goat got that kind of beard. That little.
It reads, I'm going to start at the top again for 3. Obadiah 1 and 3, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock,
Brand cracker right here.
whose habitation is high.
You always got a black on the outside, but white on the inside, man. Look, you can't tell this nigga shit, man.
That said in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
You gotta stop playing. Fucking coon, man. Go ahead.
He turbo coon.
Turbo coon. Fucking coon, man.
Verse 4.
Then your long lip ass gonna come on and playing. Stupid ass niggas, man. I can't wait till the Lord get rid of you fucking coons, man.
That's right.
Ain't nobody even about to fuck with him. He get the fuck up the block, man. Put that goddamn Stacey Adams shoes on your ass, man. You can't stand these niggas, man. Coon.
He had to do something to show, and she got the Baphomet on her shirt.
Like coon, man. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. Looking like Willy Wonka.
Nicky Walker. She had the Baphomet on her shirt.
Yeah, that's probably a witch. Coon.
And then the Becky he was with was built like a Gillette razor.
They don't feel like a giraffe, man. They don't feel like a goddamn giraffe, like a newborn giraffe, man. Come on, man. All right? But I hate you niggas that get with these fucking white girls and you think you Bob Bark now, man. All right? You niggas think he done made it. Yeah, you know, Ryan Gumbo and that other nigga,
Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady, man.
He said he had everything sexual now. So.
Yeah. I started watching Let's Make a Deal when that nigga said that immediately. You should watch
I'm a pansexual.
Yeah, man. But you know that nigga into some erotic shit. He probably put all type of
they torment his bowels.
I'm talking about they do all type of shit to a nigga like that, man. He can't go back from what they do to him. Go ahead.
Verse 4, it reads, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle,
which we see, eagle is the main staple. Rich, that eagle is really not an eagle. That eagle is really a phoenix, man. That's right. Because they love the phoenix too, because they feel that they was the ones that rose from the ashes of them being brought down, man.
The rebirth, the renaissance.
And that's why a lot of times you watch, you go into a lot of the different period times of Esau using the eagle. A lot of times that eagle has two heads. Going both ways, man. All right, I think that other guy, remember I showed y'all, I think Caesar, Alexander the Great, when he was born, Almond Norman happened.
Yeah, that was it.
Almond Norman happened even with him. At the birth of Alexander the Great, you had his mom and them in the house, and then guess what? Well, guess who landed on top of the roof? 2 eagles, man. All right?
I mean, shit. That's a torch with wings. What? The phoenix rising from the ashes.
Yeah. And they got all these artifacts, all that. Like a lot of times, even throughout New Orleans, if you see pine cones, that means something. You see this other guy,
Green Man.
You see Green Man. You know, even the fleur-de-lis. The fleur-de-lis is a symbol of slavery, man.
Slavery, that's right, brother.
All right, that's what they used to brand the slaves down here with when they were runaways, man. When they was the ones bucking up, they used to put it in the middle of their forehead, on their thigh, man. Go ahead.
Verse 4, in the middle of it, it reads, and though thou, I'm going to just start over. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
One more time, Bible the shot.
Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
And what's the nest that he sets amongst the stars, according to Isaiah the 13th chapter? It's his space station, man. It's satellites and it's different cameras, man. That's him setting himself up to be over the sons of the Most High, man.
The dew of heaven.
Right, and so he can watch every goddamn thing.
That's right.
Right, this double guy, he got satellites up there in the heavens. He can see us right now, man, live. They got back. Well, I don't know if they're doing it now. Used to have a Google. I used to fuck with it in Houston. A Google that they could actually see us right now. The cars going by. The girl with the green shirt across the street is going on right now. No, bro.
Satellite. Oh,
What
my
they
bad.
had that movie, didn't it? And it said, what? God's eye?
Eagle eye.
Eagle eye.
Yeah. What confuses me about that is the fact that they never left the atmosphere. They can't break the firmament. So what the fuck are they? How are they seeing us?
It circles over for them, though.
So how are they? That's what I'm saying. Like, how are they seeing us if they can't leave? They can't. There's no such thing as space because they've never been here.
They're in low orbit space.
Yeah, in low orbit space.
Like they can travel so far out of the atmosphere, but they can't go like farther than
It's
that.
a barrier.
They can't
It's
go
a barrier
past the
they
Van
can't
Allen
go
belt.
The Van Allen, look up the Van Allen rate. They literally say in their science, we cannot travel past the Van Allen radiation belt because any light that goes through there is going to get killed by a bunch of radiation.
Yeah. But yet they walked on the moon.
Yeah.
In a Michelin Man suit. Yeah. Or doing this slow motion. This man's a liar. This motherfucker had a furrow suit on. He's walking. Right. Meanwhile, that shit was done in. Right. Meanwhile, that shit. Even Buzz Aldrin said it. He said he slipped up a couple times. Said they never been. This shit was done in the studio, man. Right.
They said that dude, Stanley Kubrick, directed, the Apollo moonwalk, and he made that movie 2001, The Space Odyssey. Which, when you watch that movie, that shows Esau rise to power because of. Watch that movie 2001 A Space Odyssey. It literally starts with men. They're not full monkeys. They're like what Esau likes to say, the missing link. They're clearly humanoid shaped ape men that are fighting each other. And then the scene happens where he throws a jawbone in the air. And as it's spinning, it transitions into a space station. And it jumps to the future with Esau being a man in his space stations and stuff like that.
Yeah. Did any one of you brothers ever go see Cloud Atlas?
That's the movie.
You seen Cloud Atlas? It show you these devils know. They know about reincarnation. Yeah. They know about.
It's a movie.
Yeah, it's a movie called Cloud Atlas, and it goes it's heavily into reincarnation. It's heavily into. They show you in the beginning of slavery, us in slavery. Yeah. They on top. Then it goes from slavery. It goes to the 50s. Goes to the 70s, and it goes to this time. And they jump to the future. And then the future, who's ruling? Jace.
They can leave. They in spaceships. They leaving the planet.
Yeah. These devils know what's gonna happen, man. Go ahead, get that so I get back to 5. That's cool. Go back to the other one so I can give it to him.
It's back in Sirach 33.
You can reread verse 24.
Come. In 24, fodder and wane and burdens are for the ass, and bread, correction, and work for a servant.
Yeah, that's what's set up for a servant. All right. Heavy works and burden, and that's what we're gonna give these devils in the kingdom of heaven. Because you Edomites, right along with you nations, you're going into slavery, man. All right. Slavery is perpetual. I'm talking about. It's definitely it's called for, man. It's imminent, especially when you've done it to the children of the Most High, the apple of the Most High's eye. All right, what happened unto us is going to happen unto you. Every child, man, all right, and woman, man. It happened unto us. Okay, and a lot of these devils are coming back. All right, as newborns to receive their judgment. Then they're gonna come back and they wake up again. Chains on their ass, man.
Baby chains.
Baby chains going on your ass. Straight out the womb. Boop. When you pop out, chains on that damn devil. Hold on, wait. What's going on? Nah, motherfucker. Remember what you did?
Either that or that Psalms 139 treatment.
Yeah.
Dash against the
I'm gonna get some work off him though first. I'm gonna get some work off his red ass, man. You gotta go into slavery, man. You know? And everything's gonna be according to the Bible. All right?
No buck breaking, no adultery.
Yeah. We're gonna put you on breeding farms, man. That's right. All right? When you have that baby, we ain't gonna have you laying on your back. That brings all the pain and because you gonna still get those
birth pains.
Birth pains, all right? You gonna still get them birth pains and howling, ripping, all right?
A lot of them gonna get that treatment how they did Gad, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do how you supposed to. You really supposed to. A woman supposed to sit
Squat.
squatting position. You used to have back in the day. You used to have chairs, stools, small stools with holes in them. The baby can go straight down. Man, it's more of a better process. But that's the devil, though.
Yeah. Just because I'ma just make it fucking stupid.
Yeah. But you devils ain't gonna have. I'm talking about not a second in the kingdom gonna be comfortable to you, though, man. All right. Well,
Verse 25. If thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find him rest.
Yep.
But if thou let him go idle,
and that's what happened to our foreparents. They let them go idle in them goddamn mountains. Them niggas on the walls. They devised a master fucking plan, man. Through the Most High. The Most High put it in their 8 brains, they fucking caveman brains to come up with that, man.
Pea brain. And then Jake, you know, when Jake was the Moors and ruling in Europe, they brought him out of the mountains and civilized them.
Hosed them down.
That was the worst thing you could ever did, man.
Then he flipped the script and said he civilized us.
Hey,
you know,
as Sirach 12, sit him not by thee, lest he rise up and take thy position.
But these devils came up with the master plan in being idle. Right, they devised a plan. You know what? Fuck these mountains. We're gonna come out of these mountains. We're gonna take over the world, man. All right, and that they did. You know, like I don't know if you brothers. You know, I don't really get into this shit. I don't really never liked it, but I kind of my attention jumped on it. You brothers ever heard of Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
There's a part of Assassin's Creed where they go into the Borgias. He dare now.
Which one?
I forgot which one.
I think it's the second one.
It's all the
second
ones dealing with Ezio.
Yeah.
Brotherhood.
Huh?
The
game.
You killed Caesar Borgia in one of them. You assassinated him in one of them.
Why the fuck they put that in the game? Niggas is playing. You see, these niggas is playing games and watching movies. We seeing the spiritual part of it. All right, we collecting all that information and seeing what you're doing. You know.
Who you fight against? The It's the Assassins versus the Templars.
Yeah.
And they got the secret things, and all of the secret.
And
things
what does the
inside.
Assassin's Creed logo look like? The Freemasonry logo, the cross,
Yeah. Yeah. Because that G is really like a snake biting itself. Right? We all, like I said, man, we into all that shit, man. You know, go ahead, bro. There's so much information in there. It just goes on and on. Go ahead.
it reads back in 25. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty.
And that's what happened. That devil sought liberty, man. He came out, and he came out, and from the beginning, he ruled with an iron fist, man. All right? So much that he took over us. He ruled over us now, man. Go ahead.
If I could just make a quick point, that's why you be having Jakes that have these jobs that give them a lot of idle time. They get in trouble a lot. Because you got to be, occupied in your work. That's how, you're not going to get in trouble. Obviously, I'm talking about, Jakes of the world. All right, but this
even this work, you gotta. The scripture tell you about. The scripture talks about. All right, keeping your head down and doing your work, doing the work quietly, man. You gotta stay active, constantly doing something. You gotta be doing something. And that something gotta be spiritual. You can't mix a whole bunch of carnality, a whole bunch of leisure time with, and this much is the truth. At some point, you're gonna run into trouble, man. All right, go ahead.
Verse 26, a yoke and a collar do bow the neck.
Yep.
So are tortures and torments for an evil servant.
Right, and that's what's coming to Esau Edom, man. Tortures and torment for an evil servant. You're gonna get put in your proper place. The scripture tell you that. The scripture tell you their dwellings is gonna be holes in the ground, man. Right, we're gonna put these devils in pits. All right, you're gonna have them Hamites. All right, as the taskmasters ruling over your ass, man. All right, we're gonna do all that. What you done? We're gonna put you on ships.
Yes.
All right, breeding farms. We're gonna do everything you've done to us, and more.
That's right.
And more, man, because the Lord gonna have us probably being, superior minor masters over you, man.
Meditating terrors.
You know? Go ahead.
Verse 27, Send him to labor, that he be not idle.
Yup.
For idleness teacheth much evil.
That's what happened. We gonna send this devil to what a full time of work.
Yeah.
The only time he gonna have rest is on the Shabbat, man. Like I always go to, but when that Shabbat over with, boy, when that sun or whatever go that way, they go down, we gonna be like this, boy. Back on your ass, man.
Get that siren go.
They're gonna feel like 10 minutes.
Yeah. And they gonna be, oh fuck, it's back on. You know? But you ain't gonna have no rest, though, man. Go ahead.
Verse 28. Send him to work as is fit for him.
It is definitely fit for you devils to be at work. Because you're gonna build a kingdom of heaven. You're gonna clean the world up, man. We got so many goddamn, you ever counted the amount of oil rigs out there in the Gulf?
No.
Around the world? It's just countless number of them. They're dumping all type of chemicals in the water, killing dolphins, whales. It's plastics. You got fishes and turtles that can't even fucking swim because you got trash around their goddamn neck, around them.
They're beaching themselves.
Yeah. The fucking the oxygen in the water is all threw off from you damn devils, man. And then you go over to California, y'all seen the belt of the bracket water? It's like the salt water and the natural water together, but they got trash in the middle of the shit, man. Cups, bowls, all type of shit, man. That's what happens when you got a fucking child over you, man. A damn devil. Right? Meanwhile, all the water in the city is being filtered through that same water. With the dead bodies, the fishes, all right, all this dead shit, chemicals, it's going to the water. You gotta die someday. They turn on the water.
I didn't come here to live forever.
Man, look, go smoke some dope, man. No fucking with me.
When your one dread come out the top of your cap, brother, you done.
Nobody believes no nigga that wears a tie-dye shirt, man.
They had an article that just came to my phone a little bit before our camp started. And, even though we follow the dietary laws, it says which one of your favorite seafoods can be affected by forever chemicals. Now, we understand what, crustaceans are used for. So if the crustaceans can't break down the pollution, what
the pig can't break down.
It's like, what the fuck?
And now we got an article this week. This nigga putting cocaine and antidepressant medication in the goddamn salmon. This nigga, cause he do analytics, he know Jake loves salmon, man. This nigga know that, man.
The apple cider vinegar.
Jake seasoned the bitch up, put them 2 lemons right there, you know.
Rosemary on that.
You know, Jake put the asparagus and he got Jake the fucking pot. This nigga know Jake eat that salmon, man. All right, but he goes and pollutes it on purpose, man.
The apple cider vinegar, which Gil Bates bought.
Yeah, you don't even want to taste or drink that, man. It be all type of shit up in there. But this the devil we dealing with, man. This is the fucking servant we dealing with. All right? And he's feeding the people anything. It's like you feeding us anything. It's a law on that. We're gonna feed you any goddamn thing, man. All right?
You could feed your slaves animals that die themselves.
Yeah.
Carcasses.
But meanwhile, you got niggas, man, that willingly eat shitlings, man.
Yeah.
Hog maws, pig lip.
Pig
Man.
balls now.
Yeah, pig ass, man. You shouldn't be eating that shit, man. But you niggas do that. Y'all know Jake down here do that shit, right? Niggas still go to the store. Yeah, give me the pig lip. Nigga, open that big ass jaw
In the plastic bag.
and dip them tongues in there and take that pink shit out of there and put it in the goddamn
Chips.
the chips, man.
Chips.
Especially if you get the pork fries.
Pork
yeah,
rinds
oh,
too, man.
Yeah, crack.
Yeah, the crack.
Yeah. I remember in the world, I ate that shit one time. It's a nigga lip. It's like it's a nigga whole lip. I said, oh, fuck that. Oh, I said the truth. I was already kind of We ain't know a lot of that bullshit before the truth, brother. I looked at this shit one time. It had like hard hair. Oh, you all good, my man? You good? You know? It had that shit going. I said, oh no, can't do this no more. Huh?
Off the site. When I looked at a pig lip and shit like that, I'm like, you should eat it.
They see the
Big feet.
This shit's ridiculous, man. Go ahead.
Back in 28, middle of 28, it reads, if he be not obedient, put on more heavy fetters.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put on more heavy fetters for you devils. The truth to tell you, if you don't come up to the different feasts, all right, that we have, the Lord said he's gonna send a drought through your land, man. We're gonna really stick it to you devils. And he put that there because you will know it somewhere in the time frame of the kingdom of heaven, they're gonna fuck up. That's what the slaves do. We're gonna play with your mind. We're gonna have you like Kuta and shit, trying to run through the. I'm free. Dumbass back. You're gonna wake back up. Your conscience is gonna go back up, and you back in the quarters, man. See, I'm gonna do the whole get up. I'm gonna have them same red, them bloodhounds with them big ears, that red. Ooh. You gonna be running, he's gonna be running this shit, falling, swimming, thinking you gotta wait, man. Huh? Yeah. I'm gonna have them Hamites with them dogs. After your ass, man.
Torches and shit in their hand.
Yeah, torches, everything.
Yeah.
You went this way. You sweating? He's over here. He's over here. I hear the bells ringing. Put them niggas on your necks, man.
The big ones too. You know they used to have them big ones.
Yeah.
When Jake came running between the trees.
Yeah.
They gonna get that same treatment.
We're gonna do that to you, man.
Jingle bells on them and everything.
I'm gonna bring up. See, one of the things that you fucking devils, man. See, we're gonna bring back that old ball, man. That ball.
Yeah.
Walk like this.
Yeah.
The one they used to put on the
Bring that back, man. Yeah,
used to go to prison. I know you talking
Bringing
about.
that bitch back, man. Big 100-pound ball on your ass, man.
all the time.
You gotta keep it how you live. You gonna till the land. You gonna do things. This is how people did, man. Pick cotton. Cause it's a hard thing. You know, pick cotton ain't no easy shit. That's why they made that. That's why they made that brand called Red Monkey Jeans. What made the monkey red? Who is the monkey first? Us. What made that monkey red? Picking that cotton, man, and the cotton slicing your hands up.
Blood on the leaves.
Yeah, you devils gonna pick cotton. You gonna just like down here in Louisiana, known for sugar cane. You gonna do all that, man. But it's gonna be done in the kingdom of heaven. And the kingdom of heaven is not gonna be pretty to you nations, man. All right? Especially you Edomites, man. All right? Especially you, I can't stand you goddamn Arabs too, man.
God.
Ishmaelites. Between Ishmael and them fucking Hamites, you to like the top nation. You like the top nation I can't stand, man. You know? And the brothers got their own ones they really despise, but I really despise you, man. You know? Go ahead.
That was it in
Is it on that?
Sin right,
Yeah, was it on that? You got the information you had?
Con.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it, brother.
You give me Jeremiah 13:16.
Holding it.
You're holding that? Con. Well, you can get me Psalms 149. You start at verse 4 and read to the bottom. Which one? Jeremiah 30:16. Because, hey, you know, the Spirit, hey, we had that one Edomite come up telling him, hey, he was going into slavery. And the Spirit's just on, hey, the punishment of you Edomites, which what? With the chariots, the curse that cometh over the earth, that's going to usher in. Yahweh Shai coming in the chariots is the end of this kingdom and the beginning of our kingdom, the kingdom of heaven.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Point blank, period. Everything, beginning with you Edomites and you heathens, did to us. You spoiled us. We were a prey unto you. You led us into captivity, all that. What? It's going to happen to you. And as it says in Revelation 18, do double unto them as thou didst unto you. You Edomites, you heathens too, are going to get double what was done to us in the kingdom of heaven. But as the elder brother was saying earlier, all in righteousness. There's going to be no freako shit. But hey, it's still going to be a hard, laborious captivity that you're going into.
Yeah, we're going to do everything, man. Like, when it comes to like how you lynched us, you left us out for days at a time to the flies and the insects were eating us, man. So we started to decompose. We're not going to do you that. We're going to hang your ass and before, according to the Bible, before sundown, we're going to put you up. We're going to put you up, man.
Is it safe to say, Elder, that the other nations going to get, compared to how we're going to treat Esau, Edom, they're going to get a little bit of a break because we're going to be so hard on them?
No, we're
going to be focused more on them.
We're going to get their ass too.
Yeah, they're going to get it.
They going to get it. They probably, I don't even want to say no leisure. Like, because the thing about it, even when Esau is gone, we're going to still be over them. Just because we put you over, just because we set you back to where you from, don't mean we not ruling over you, man. We're going to do them how they done us. We're going to tax you. We're going to tax them, man.
Follow the law.
Yeah, you're going to follow the law, tax you. We're going to still be over you, man.
If I can add to you, too, also answer your question, like I said, they still not going to get it right either. They going to be in the flesh, so they still going to fuck up. All the heat is still going to fuck up in some type of way.
Yeah, because just like you got the court system here, you fuck up out here on the streets, they gonna fuck up on a daily basis. Like, just say a brother in particular, one of you brothers, like this brother, he might be a judge. When he goes in the court, all raw, you know how they do the court? Oh, you just, all day, you just weighing the balance of each. What he did? He stole, cut that nigga hand off, man. You know what I'm saying? Moab did what? He got caught in the act doing what? Oh, send him to Leviathan, man. You're gonna judge him according to the law.
Cockroaches?
Let them pass. Let them do whatever. Now, I got this step back. Just so you can pay attention, you heard me? Just let them do whatever they want to do. They want to go that way, whatever. Let them do whatever they want.
Yeah, what the elder brother was saying earlier, with that it's in Zechariah 14. If they come not up and worship on our feast days, we're going to send plagues and droughts and angels on them to judge them. So this still, like, you know how we go off on this side because we don't have the law, statutes, and commandments in us? They're going to be like us on this side, and these bodies, given, to the, given to the flesh and stuff. But, they're at least going to have a respite because the law is going to be established in the earth. So it's not going to be like us on this side to where we try to do right, but the whole society is against us.
Like, hey, y'all need to go watch this. I don't know why we always reference movies, but it's going to be like this brother seen it. It's going to be like the Kingdom almost going to be like the movie Old. You ever seen the movie Old? O-L-D?
Yeah.
Well, for us, that's righteous, we're going to bring back the kingdom. Right? Like on that island, a woman get pregnant, she was having kids, man. And
then kids were growing up fast too. Like.
Yeah. And like I say, it's gonna be like that island almost, man. All of the different things, the fruits and everything. It was some of them it nourished them. Some of them it wasn't good for them. Man. It
enhanced their age.
Yes. Some of it age enhanced. It was dying quick. One woman, her bones.
Yeah, she had like osteoporosis. So on that island, her bones locked up, and she was like deformed.
Yeah,
she's like, kill me. That was a book that.
Yeah, you got to get through all the other the funny stuff that was going on, but other than that, it was kind of more or less spiritual, man. Unto us, it's the kingdom, everything, the earth itself is going to yield back what it used to yield. Like we always go to a grape was the size of one of them tires, man, and around like a basketball. It took what, 4 to 8 men to carry that cluster of grapes on a pole, man. All right, and his brother here, think this brother here had a video of an Edomite. He followed the Sabbath, the land Sabbath how it's supposed to, and lemons was growing on his farm this big, man.
He was
A
tied
lemon.
to his local. He was giving a third of it to his local church as a tithe. And like you were saying, they were the size of grapefruits.
Yeah, man, or bigger.
A lemon.
So what's gonna happen when the people of the earth, when the righteous of the earth back ruling? We're back in our land, the land, the real land of milk and honey, with the actual people in it. Everything's gonna go back to being a paradise again, man. Refresh. The water's gonna be fresh. Yeah. Nobody gonna be flying. What's the need for chemtrails, man? What's the need for that shit, man?
If I can say real quick, that's what the article I posted in with what they said, the bell peppers, certain fruits got all these toxins in it, about everything that they put in it. Like I said, that's completely unneeded because it's a natural source coming up. But by them putting all these chemicals in it, now they're saying that bell peppers, blueberries, watermelon has a hint of chemicals in there that could possibly lead to cancer and could kill you at the end of the day, which is complete buggers. You gotta go.
Man, you down there need, and brothers can go look it up. They got a machine out there that you can buy for almost little nothing. What it does is you got H2O in the air. This goes into H2O3, and it pulls all the stuff out the air, and it basically alkalines the water. Like you can put your fruit in there. What up, my man? You can put your fruit and your vegetables in there, and guess what? And some guys I didn't see over the past years since I've been in the truth, they'll put their fruit in there, and guess what comes out of the fruit? Because the fruit are more like they're like sponges. All those different pesticides and shit, it absorbs in the food. But what this machine does, it pulls it out and it sits on top of the water. Dude took a straw and he rolled all this white film up in the straw and put it on, and it lit on fire, man. But that was in the fruit though. No, but this is what happens. You got the devil ruling, man.
There's a black man that invented a machine that filtrates water and makes it pure. And Esau went overnight, during the night, the cover of night, and he broke the machine. He was providing free water to everybody who wanted to walk up and get some.
And he lucky and catch a bullet.
I'm about to say he got away, on the
Easy.
good end.
Had a guy in when I was in Houston, had a guy in Sugar Land, Texas, that set up a mechanism in these cars to make your car run off water. And he caught a bullet in the head in the driveway. All right, and it's been more than one guy to come up with setting up the cars that run off water. They don't end so well for them. They get a hole put in the head like a dolphin, man. And Esau don't give a damn. Because you went into it, Esau to set up this patent system as a way to snatch inventions, man. Yeah. All right? Real quick, Jack Daniels, that shit is stolen. Jake came up with that.
Black man today. Taught him
Right? The different recipes for KFC, ain't no fucking white Edomite with an all-white suit on and a black tie come up with fucking season. Like I say,
KFC, the black woman, her name was Miss Childress. That's who he got. He stole the recipe for KFC from a black woman named Miss Childress.
Yeah.
And he never gave her family any compensation from no. I mean Popeyes too. Popeyes.
Yeah,
The recipe for Popeyes got from a Jake, but they never gave the family any recognition or anything.
yeah, it's a goddamn devil, man. Ain't no fucking way some white hair, white suit wearing ass, black tie wearing
Tight white pants.
tight ass white pants.
Don't even season their food.
Yeah.
Come on.
And making goddamn potato wedges as big as your goddamn thumb. Ain't no goddamn way.
Wasn't even a kernel. He lied about that too.
Yeah. Yeah. This bullshit, these niggas steals everything. Everything you see, the stoplight, the radiator, the air condition, the heart machine,
Internet.
the internet came from Jake's, man. This nigga haven't got nothing. But I'm gonna say this too though. It's a website called ATTC. It's a disease website with all the different diseases of the world on there. When you go on there, you look at the founders and the patent holders. For that, guess who owns the patent to the small head virus?
America.
The Rothschilds. No, they got the package on there. the Rothschild Foundation. All right? But nobody,
Rockefellers own the medical industry.
he owns it, man. If he owns that, you don't think he owned that facility in Atlanta?
The C to the B to
Come on, man. These niggas the ones dishing out the shit to people, man. Nah, all them small head babies should be grown. You don't see not now one of them niggas, man. All them Ebola black ass Africans, I ain't seen a nigga with Ebola yet. Come on, brother. It's all bullshit. Niggas just rotting away in the bedside. The baby's head this small. Yeah. This nigga just got a baby. This nigga baby head about the size of this, man. Watch this stupid motherfucker. He coming up wild as fuck.
We got a precept to back you up.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's now the book of Job, chapter 13 and 4, and it reads, "For ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value."
Yeah. Hey, basically just backing up what the elder said, man. All right? Hey, all of this shit is a bunch of a web of lies.
It's a racket.
You know?
Court is a racket. War is a racket. All this is a racket, man. And these people out here, these Americans, they feed into the racket, the drama, the bullshit. You notice in the last 15 to 20 years, all of a sudden this new thing called gossip came about in the internet. It's to stay in everybody's business. Meanwhile, Jay-Z's on a yacht eating a jelly, a peanut butter jelly sandwich. Okay, he dicking his nose. He shaved. It's all a big thing. With that one punk, Perez Hilton. He was one that started that shit, man. Reality TV was started by who? The guy they used was Flavor Flav, man. They wasn't doing that shit. Remember the Flavor Flav show? Cause all you black motherfuckers hooked onto that shit, man. With a nigga with a clock, a black ass nigga with a clock, man.
Gremlin looking nigga.
Yeah. Nigga like he died last week. You follow that shit, you stuck to it, and you got hooked on that bullshit. Now they got, cause man, when we was coming up, it was just MTV, and it was what it was called? Real World. The most thing that ever happened on is a nigga was on Real World, slapped the girl in the car. That was it. You had Jerry Springer, but now look at social media and TV now, man. It is full of adultery, just degenerates, man. Everything's scripted and niggas believe that, man. Big Brother done turned into some big shit. Survivors turn into some big shit. You got people into that shit, man. Naked and alive, man.
Naked and afraid.
Naked and afraid. That's Esau shit, man. Come on, man. It's like I said, America is a consumer of lies and bull. Everybody just sit here. Nobody's really making nothing that's authentic anymore. Nobody's making anything handmade. Everything is just pushed to you. What's going on here? Whoa.
Close.
I thought that was
I know. I did too, bro.
What that part about to do, man? Go ahead, brother.
That was it on that.
Yeah, give me the Proverbs 29 and 2 and then that Isaiah. Hey, what does Babylon mean? Confusion. And that's what this whole society is. It's confused on every level.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2, and it reads, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn."
And you can't honestly look around and say that people are having a time of their life out here. Like we opened up with, a time and a season for everything. You got a lot of people going on to social media saying, look, I make $70,000 a year, whatever. I can't live. Like, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm going to get kicked out of my house next week. I can't feed my kids. This isn't America anymore. Everybody's in a state of depression. Even the animals, as the elder brother was going into, you got salmons that got cocaine and antidepressants in their system. A couple of years ago, there was an article that came out that said turtles in the South Pacific had herpes. Like,
that's sick.
I don't know if the turtle get herpes unless Esau out there giving it to him.
He humping him, man. That nigga deep sea diving humping him, man. That's what he doing with the scuba shits on, man.
Come on,
Humping. That nigga just, he just humping, brother. That's why they run from that nigga, man. Why you think the sharks don't go down there? The nigga be down there with the sharks don't do that nigga nothing, man. That nigga be sexually harassing the sharks, man. Hey, man, Job said don't trust that nigga with the animals, man.
I would not trust him around my dogs, because we know how he get down with the dogs.
This nigga's a freak, man. The so-called white man is a fucking freak, man. A freak of nature, man.
Oh, man.
He gonna sleep with the dogs. It's a known fact. The white woman gonna sleep with the dogs. It's known facts of you white women out here putting that peanut butter, putting that tuna fish on that monkey, man. You let them animals come through. You wonder why that big ass Great Dane, he just happy to be around this bitch.
big ass Great Dane.
Fucking, I'm like a little bit too close to your dog, man.
Always trying to smell everybody's crotch.
Yeah.
Hey,
you fucking around, man.
At one dude, we did a job over there on, with the big ass mastiff.
Yeah.
He had some sort of eye lice. He telling me how he got it. He's like, oh yeah, I let my dog I kisses my dog. I'm like, oh,
yeah, man.
They got eye lice.
The lights transferred from the dog eye to his eye.
Nah, you
so
messing
how close
around,
you
man.
is to the dog?
You messing around, my man. You on some R. Kelly shit.
Yeah,
you on some Diddy shit.
You got dog crabs.
Yeah,
you know, these niggas is freaks, man.
But this is what you get when the wicked bears rule. The people mourning.
That's right.
Why do you think that with each passing year, suicide rates go up, drug addiction, alcohol, like everybody just ready to go. They just don't know how to, but the Most High going to give them a helping hand very soon.
Oh, yeah.
But like it also said, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice because what? We're going to govern this earth after the laws, statutes, and commandments. And what did it say back in that Isaiah 24? The people languisheth because they have broken the everlasting covenant, transgressed the laws, and, just gone completely against the law. And this world is in the state that it's in right now. But we're coming to that time where there's about...
Another thing, it's a massive... Here in America, they put the woman on a high pedestal, but it's massive amounts of single women, man.
Yeah.
From all nations. All right? There's not a man that want to scratch that itch. All right?
Hey, yeah. You got men leaving America to find women, but you don't have men coming to America to find women.
Yeah. Yeah. Ain't nobody flying from
Passport Bros.
Yemen to Timbuktu to go meet the black women, man.
NBA young boy.
Yeah. Huh?
NBA young boy.
Yeah. They see all of them like NBA young boy. What's my man? What his name is? Wambi? What his name?
Yeah, Wembyama.
He was right. The average black woman in America she's a
wildebeest.
A render. She's like a mirror image of NBA young boy, man. Minus the dents in her head. All right? All right. Go ahead.
If I can say, the Lord's so cold, brother, because he did what? He put out this OnlyFans shit, these different sex toys and roses and shit like that to separate, these wicked ass women.
Yeah, niggas resorting to getting fucking robots now. I was outside cleaning the house one day. The dude down the street, I seen him get a big ass box off the truck. Boy, nigga had me wondering.
A human size.
Yeah, I said, yeah, man, something ain't right about that shit, man. There ain't no dresser.
He peeked out the door.
But you never know though, There ain't no dresser. I'm watching the dude, this tall heat. I said, man, that box a little bit too. The dude pressing into that box a little bit too much, too soft. He brought it's a whole board in there. He hit the button, the bitch to start up. How you doing, baby? That's what's going on. Niggas in resorted to getting that. I'm talking about seriously, brother.
Hey.
They ain't dealing with you women over here no more. You women over here too masculine. It's too much, man.
Smell bad.
I'd rather go to the dude like, look, brother, I'd rather go to work, come back, and she just sitting there waiting for him.
Charging.
Yeah. Charged up.
Hey, that's the spirit, I guess.
Hey.
But what the law promised he was gonna do what? Punish all the women that said ease, right?
Yeah. Yeah, nobody wants to mess with you, man. It's really starting to be all nations over here.
Yeah.
It ain't just a black woman. That white woman is fucking annoying too. Nobody wants to fuck with you, man.
Esau going to Thailand and the Philippines.
Yeah, they going to Brazil, and it seems like when they go over there to the Northern Kingdom, all the women fine. I watched one Jake. He did this to the camera. I said, damn. It's like all the women fine over there. He's doing this to you over there. Lord. And they are straight 10. They're straight 10. How you doing, baby? One of them did that.
Yo,
Lord.
What did them Thai women do when Jake was up there? BBC.
They can't call him.
Yeah. Oh my God. They want to take a picture with it. This is a normal Jake. I'm going to take a picture. Take a picture. You know?
Massage.
Over here, you even look at one of these, the average New Orleans woman thinks she the shit, man.
Oh, she is shit. She's not the shit, but shit. This shit water. You
gotta be out of your goddamn minds to deal with these bras in the society, man.
And these women are so proud. I remember once I walked into a restaurant to ask them, hey, is your bathroom open to public thing? And when I was walking up to her, she started getting attitude like I was about to ask her out. Like all these women think every man that want to talk to you is trying to hit on you.
Yeah, nobody want to hit on your ass, man.
You know, they had they conducted a poll recently, and they took data from all the dating websites, and they said of all the people that get swiped, they tracked the amount of right swipes. If you swipe right, you like the person. If you swipe left, you don't. So they said of all the data that they gathered, they said black women is the one demographic that gets swiped left on the most, more than any other race of women.
Praise ye the Lord.
Exactly.
Let the church
say amen.
Yeah. Because when you start dealing with them, what happened? You find out they bipolar, they schizophrenic, they got all type of shit on them. All right, then they crossed over to all type of other sides, man. All right.
They play both sides.
They play both sides and upside down. It don't matter.
And the elder brother Manata Zakba from South Carolina just did a video with this Eve that posted an image saying, my man was wanting some pizza. That's probably the man that wanted some pizza. She was saying, my man wanted some pizza, so I got my work side to pretend like he was a Uber driver to bring pizza. And then when I went to the door to answer it, I pretended like I got the receipt, but I gave him a passionate tongue kiss and then told my man to tip him good. And he said her man gave him a 50 tip and dapped him off. And then she said, oh, we had pizza free on my man. Like, man, and gloating on this shit.
That's Babylon for you, though.
That's what you get when the wicked beareth rule, because what did Esau do? Feminism, give women rights. Now all these women out here are assed out. They stink.
Yeah.
They got bad breath. They want to be like this brother we had a conversation a couple months ago. If a man already don't want to be with a man. So if a woman trying to be, but a man still has a purpose. He can work. He can increase his value. But if a woman try to be a man, that's like a golem. That's just a being, like a useless thing.
There's no point. The only reason women were created was to be helpmates to men. So if you're not a helpmate to a man, what's the purpose of being on our planet?
Yeah, they really don't have to do much, man. Just sit around, cook, clean, whatever like that. They don't have to do much, man. They really reap the benefits of every damn thing, man. No? You come through, my man.
Hey,
you come through.
That fucks them up right now. They don't like to hear that. Y'all ain't really got to do much.
Hey, but every time I'm working and I go to these big multi-million-dollar mansions, oh, you can go in. I'm just gonna go play tennis. I'm just gonna go shopping. You ask a black woman about being a stay-home woman and watch what happens, man.
That's oppression.
You ain't trying to hold me down.
Make your own sandwich, milk.
Yeah, but when you deal with Mother Nature, they don't mind. They don't mind being a stay-at-home mom, man. All right? But that's how backwards it is over here. the average woman ain't feminine, man. I want a woman that when she walks, she got them two hands like this. Oh, let me get that for you. And that hand, you know what I'm talking about? This is feminine, man. Hey, man, feminine turns a man on. That soldier still in attention, man.
They had
All right?
They had an ancient account in Greece where a soldier came back and he got back from war and he was just going wilding out in the city like, what's this guy gonna do? So they got a feminine woman to come up to him and that just calmed him down. Like he just
Nigga like NBA 2K Avatar, man. He like the nigga you start off with.
the
First nigga
preset
you
walking.
start off with.
Look at how he walking. He walking like a GTA NPC.
Jordan on.
Preset 4.
You know what I'm talking about? Him and then it's like three niggas passed by, like a preset demon on him, man.
Like Hitman, you know, one of them niggas, one of them trained niggas.
When you put on the disguise and Hitman,
Look like
you just
Lamar.
walking.
You gotta check that nigga back of his head. He got that tattoo.
All he got is a keloid scar on the back of his head.
Yeah, man.
But you know, this is what you get when the wicked bears rule. Women are out of order, the children are out of order, the food's fake, the news is fake, everything's fake. You got one? And then we'll get that Isaiah 14.
So the first book of Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 7.
Yes.
So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule, every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Yeah, evils was multiplied in the earth, man. All right, starting with orgies. The orgies was kicked off, man. All right, you had all them niggas, them same niggas today was back. Diddy was back there. Kevin Gates was back there eating booty. All them niggas was, doing their thing, man. All right, that's because when you watch, y'all need to watch Sparta, man.
Spartacus,
man. You need to watch Spartacus. Spartacus went deeply into that. All right, because they'll come through breaking shop when that shit was going on. Them different parties they had. The Spartans coming through killing their ass, man. That was Jace. All right, the Spartans could be found in the Apocrypha, man. Those were Israelites, man. They even had a book, cartoon book,
300.
The 300 book, and they show you that they had blacks and Latinos as the Spartans in that book, man.
With braided hair, bushy beards.
Yeah.
In a dark, broad noses and a dark complexion.
And those Spartans, there was some bad boys, man. They went, all right, and they was men of honor. They were warriors, man.
Yes.
And they went for that bullshit. All them goddamn, you Edomites are known for that shit, man. Orgies. That's why you have all these Hollywood parties, man. Got a bunch of doors you go in. I ain't go to left or right, nigga. I went straight. No, nigga, you still was in there. You was at the party.
Drop your cell phone off in the front door and shit.
You sign an NDA.
Yeah, man. A gag on clothes, all type of shit be going on, man. That's why you can't. Once you wake up and see, damn, I gotta do all that to be a basketball player. Damn, I gotta do this to be in the NFL. Man, I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit, man.
Yeah, the problem is how many poor niggas from the hood gonna turn out 15 niggas. You see, so they always end up doing it.
A lot of them niggas now getting touched growing up, so they
uncle
they
and
with
touch
the freako shit.
Yeah, they uncle and abuse their bowels or something. All right, tormenting themselves. You know. So a lot of them niggas already through, man. The average hood nigga, he's already touched, man. That's why he's so emotional. He can't translate that energy to nothing. Yeah, you good, my man. You good. You know?
Go ahead. Peace, everybody.
Oh yeah, peace to you too, brother. Go ahead, brother.
I got something too.
But, yeah, let me see. Get that one with the Spartans, real fast. Maccabees. It should be right here.
Esau.
Yeah.
Esau, he strayed away, yeah?
Right, that's the so-called white man today.
So-called white man, right on, right on.
Yeah, it's the so-called white man.
DC.
Come from DC?
DC.
Yeah, we got brothers in DC.
Who?
We got brothers that teach in DC. Yeah, somebody give me
Are we?
count.
So go ahead.
you don't mind, I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, you good, brother.
I have questions, like real quick, just because I'm on my way somewhere, but real quick, like
somebody getting the DC.
My father, man, he done drilled all the above inside of me. You know, he spent a lot of time inside. I became a student, undeclared student of Clarence 13 Nets. You know, through hip hop, Wu-Tang, straight up, 5% Nation. So like when it comes to all the above, man, I haven't actually ran into the righteous teachings of Black Muslims.
We're not Muslim.
Sorry to mislead. Tell me, teach me.
Israelites.
Israelites?
Yeah.
Teach me. Tell me. What's up?
What's your nationality?
My father's black. My mom is Puerto Rican. My dad likes Puerto Rican women.
Yeah,
Parents.
double J.
So look at that sign. Look at that sign.
So you will be considered a Judite according to the Bible, right? Your mother would be considered an Ephraimite.
Oh, right.
Puerto Rican, because the word Puerto Rican just means rich port. That's what the white man called the land of Puerto Rico when he came. He called it a rich port. So how can you be a Puerto Rican? It means rich port.
Rich port. And those Hispanics were easy as fuck to take over too and conquer.
Right.
On the real.
Yeah. Other than that, everything for nationality purposes or the pedigree of a man or a woman is based on their father or their grandfather.
Yeah.
So whatever your grandfather, your father is makes you.
Trust me, I claim what my melanation shows. What the sun gives me is what shows. You feel me? Right? So my mom was Puerto Rican. I got the hair to thank for that. The ladies love the hair. But my melanation and all the above, man, I just, I claim what it is, bro. The sun feeds all of us. The sun feeds all of us.
That's the channel on YouTube for the DC camp.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm here, man. I'm here. Y'all do your thing.
There's 18 nations that the Heavenly Father created. 17 of them have melanin. So melanin is what makes us special. Each Indian people have melanin. Arabs have melanin. Can you name one great Arab?
Can I name one what?
Great Arab.
Great Arab?
Yeah, that's great at something like an Arab Michael Jackson, Arab Michael Jordan, Arab that's great at anything.
I mean, maybe I haven't met enough Arabs.
No, there aren't any. They're heathen. Our people are special because we're the chosen people of the Heavenly Father. There's dark-skinned people that aren't special at all. So our melanin isn't what makes it special. It's our connection to the Heavenly Father.
And I'm listening. Can I record this too?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, my father would fucking.
Yeah, you good, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for the wisdom.
Yeah, no problem.
I got a precept for me too. I'm gonna just
what you were saying about, the Latinos, the Puerto Ricans were easy to conquer. That's all in the scriptures. As the brother said, those Ephraimites are, known as the so-called Puerto Ricans today, which they have evidence saying where they found about a couple of, around 800 stones in Puerto Rico that had the Paleo-Hebrew written on them. But this is Hosea chapter 9, verse 13. Ephraim, so-called Puerto Ricans, as I saw Tyrus, is planted in a pleasant place. And as the elder brother said, Puerto Rico means the Puerto Riches, because that Puerto Rico, the island, had many natural resources, and it was a beautiful island. But Ephraim shall bring forth his children to the murderer. To who? Those conquistadors, those so-called white people, Europeans, who are the biblical Edomites, and what? Coming to America. We got a lot of them up in New York thinking they find a better life, but they in a bad position, just like the so-called black people, so-called other Latinos. When they come to America, what are we? Second-class citizens. No matter how hard we try to, achieve things, there's always something in this society that's undercutting us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but other than that, we're the children of Israel based on the Bible. All right, and you can find a lot of that in Genesis, the 39th chapter, the 49th chapter. Right, the breakdown of the tribes. Right. Now, what we out here to do is to wake up the elect of the nation of Israel and to make our people aware of the things to come. Right now, I don't know if you're a person that kind of keeps up with the news just a little bit. You can see what's going on in the world for as we know as the Bible, as the prophecies. Like you got Iran, Russia, China, all these nations getting into it because of what's going to happen. World War III, the war to end all wars. Right? With that being said, somebody give me the chips on it, all right? Because these are things that you got to be made known, all right? We out here to tell our people All right, the Lord and Savior is a so-called black man by the name of Yahweh Shah. All right, that chip right here is going to be declared in America. This is going to be the next money or the next currency. It's going to be put in your right hand and your forehead.
Nigga,
all right.
I gone this far without a COVID vaccine. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That's good.
I'm gonna avoid that as much as possible.
But this is how they're gonna make it to where you make a living. You wanna work for one of these corporations. You got to tag in, woo, just to get in the building. You wanna go to the store and get you something to drink, get a bite to eat, and have that chip.
Social credit.
Bring it out. The social credit score is gonna be based on that, man.
If I can say,
real quick. What they finna do? They're finna turn a lot of these cities. They're gonna turn it into 15-minute cities, man. All right?
What do you mean 15 minutes?
Like 15-minute cities is gonna be broken down to where all your access and your different your whereabouts is gonna be having to be done in 15 minutes.
The radius will take you 15 minutes to get it. You need to go to the grocery store, 15 minutes. Your job, 15 minutes. Like a smart city.
Yeah. But you're gonna have to have that. You're gonna have to have that chip to move around. Cause that chip gonna have all your. It's gonna have your father, your mother name, your blood type. It's gonna even track your whereabouts all the time. Banking information.
Now, to challenge y'all, not to combative y'all. What is this evidence backed up by? Like, how do you know? Like, what is leading you? And yeah, technology's taking over. What is it that's telling y'all that we're headed that direction? Like, the prophecy. So you're getting this from the Bible.
It's in the
not
Bible.
From your whereabouts.
It's in the Bible, and it's also from major companies like KBR, starting with them setting up through a company called Verichip. All right, Verichip is one of the leading companies that's going to come down with the actual chip that's like the size of a grain of rice.
Out of that Whole Foods though.
Right. The base 666 here to form the R.
That's how the RFID chip looks, right? It looks like it's like the size of a grain of rice.
What the fuck is you said? What's the company doing?
It's called Verichip.
Now what the fuck? What accolades do they got?
You heard of Neuralink?
No.
With Elon Musk putting that.
I've heard of Elon Musk doing them experiments. Okay, so that's the name of it.
That's in the Bible.
That's in the Bible?
Yeah, you about to read it.
Read it for me.
You got it. It's in Revelation.
And I'm gonna show you how to go even deeper because you gotta go into the word Mark. But go ahead.
Read it.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. It says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark."
So unless you have that mark, you're not going to be able to move about around in society, right? Whether you're a big time person,
What Bible is this?
King James. Now I want to go deeper and let's look into the word mark.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because like a lot of people look at the words in the Bible for face value. You might say, "Oh, mark, this is a mark." No, it's gonna go. We used a strong concordance to go deep into the etymology of the words. Now you look into that word mark.
What year was King James Version written? What year was that written?
Okay, it was first translated in 1611, but there's something other than that. But the point is, the prophet John the Revelator, he was on the island of Patmos. He received the visions of what we're living in right now.
Thousands of years ago.
2,000 years ago. So he saw the internet. He saw chips being put in people's hands and their foreheads. He saw cash being replaced with digital currency. He saw that 2,000 years ago.
And that's already happened.
You asked about in our surroundings. What are we going to? CBDC, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. And you go to Whole Foods.
And see that thing that happened.
Nah, you're right.
We don't use the word, the code word because of YouTube, like striking our page. But that reason why they was giving the big pokey to everybody, that was to merge the med world, the medical world, right, and the banking world together, right? That's what it did. And they also did the herd, meaning they killed off a lot of people, a lot of old people that wasn't. You notice it was the
older
attack.
crowd that was
Everybody
dying
was
off.
obese, fat, old, not in good health.
Population control.
Yeah.
Prior health.
Sorry if I'm fucking your video.
Yeah, but it's just like this other guy, the guy that actually came up with the potion to that chip. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you. You said they're merging the medical world with the financial world, the banking world is what that is. Now, even if you're uninsured, but they provide that for free, what is your like what?
You're gonna be locked into the system because all this is going on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All this is going on servers.
Okay. So now, like your identification is with.
Right, because I can guarantee in the near future they're coming up with something called the Great Reset. Meaning they're gonna crash this system, this dollar system, the economic system.
Yeah, everything's going digital.
They're gonna crash it. That's why everything now.
Yo, the fucking airport from here to the airport from here to Louisiana, I was struggling in that airport. Why? Because it's all digital, no cash.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Damn. And that shit fucked me up, you know? And not because I'm a young dude, bro. It's like, but like I thought my cash would give me anything I need. You know, I like to drink. I got my vices. But
guess what?
But I couldn't even get nothing I wanted in the.
They're slowly massaging it into the people. Because remember, at one time we had to swipe our cards. Now you can go to the counter, bloop, touch it with your phone, touch it with your thing. Sooner or later, it's gonna be this. You're gonna put the chip in your right hand. And that's how you're gonna get on a board on the plane. You're not gonna be able to get on the plane unless you got it. You're not gonna be able to move around in the society.
Identification system.
Yeah, the great what they call the real ID and the Great Reset, because they're gonna do this. All debt during the time of the Great Reset is gonna be forgiven. If you go by taking getting down with the rules.
Selling your fucking soul.
Now, if you don't under the Great Reset, if you don't abide by the rules, like all the stuff that you own is gonna be taken from you. You know, that's why, and like I say, everything's going digital. That's why all of the big major car groups, all right, GM, Ford, all of them have got on what banner? The Tesla banner. They want to make all these cars electric. Why do they want to make them electric? Because they're easy to control.
I've been living in Hawaii for the past 2 years, man. Let me not to cut you off and no disrespect, but like I just want to give myself like I travel abroad, right? I'm here right now because I'm about to be traveling across the Mississippi for the next 10 weeks. After that, I'm going to Puerto Rico. I travel across the water. I met a lot of people. I've seen different walks of life. You know, I've been in Hawaii for the past 2 years, but I'm originally from DC. So I've been mad impoverished, bro. I've been like through the struggle, and that's where I come from is the struggle. That's, if anything, what led me to taking a position in which I'm traveling and getting paid to travel, because I don't got much back home. So now I'm taking the job where I travel. I've seen a lot. I've seen vibes where, like in Hawaii, niggas are just genuine people. I've been compared back here on the mainland. Hawaii's in USA, but on the mainland it's way different. They're like, you guys are necessary, bro. You guys are not necessary because education is lacked here on the mainland. Yeah. But you go somewhere like Hawaii in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, it's like really just aloha. That word aloha, when you hear that shit, it's just real, bro. It doesn't matter what you are.
About Hawaii earlier.
As long as you're a real person, you're a real fucking person. You know what I mean? And like everybody's treated like, you know, it's like niggas want to show you to the nearest, they want to show you a good time, you know, and it's a certain value of life that you don't get to see when you're here. Because of the distractions and what you guys are saying that everything's leading to, because of your currency, everything's based off fucking profit.
And they dumbed everybody down too. You understand that? They dumbed everybody down.
And they dumbed Hawaiians down too. But there's like you know, just like how the indigenous natives of America, just like they have quote unquote the reservations, some sort of, you know, they try to give them some sort of like exemption on the taxes and shit like that.
Yeah,
it's still based off currency. It's just not real. In Hawaii, they keep that shit fucking real because, you know, you're on traditional land, and a lot of auxiliary help does not come to the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So Hawaiians run that shit, and the way it is there, it's owned by the USA. So we handle their currency. We abide by their traffic laws, but you actually live the best life if you're just a real fucking person. All this shit isn't even necessary. However, here it's necessary. That's not respectful. But when you guys identify as, what is respect. Respect.
You won too, though. You won too, brother. You Hebrew Israelite, like I said, based on.
I am curious. That's what I am. I'm curious.
Yeah, that's
you know
cool.
what I'm saying? I'm curious and I'm
we ask you to do this too. Don't believe nothing we say. Just go home and study whatever we said, whatever you can remember. Just
My
go home and
father's
study.
a Hebrew Israelite.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I'm open-minded. You know what I'm saying? That nigga with the... Yeah, I'm judgmental is what I am.
So we are too.
Yeah.
We are too, brother.
And I'm a little judgmental.
The Lord is judgmental. The sweet All right. Yeah, I call them peanut butter chasers.
Hebrew Israelites over here in New Orleans, man. I'm saying all this just because I do have to go. I have somewhere to be.
But we understand, brother.
I want to dap every one of y'all up, man. Hopefully, it's
hey,
not
give him
the
our page too.
I want to dap every single one of you guys.
You see that paper again? If you got my write your notes down on there for you.
Please, man. I'm taking something away from this. Even though I'm headed somewhere, I'm taking something away from this. Love, man. Love. Hey, respect what you guys do, man. I'm gonna hit him left. Pause. Love, man. Now, how often you guys support it, bro? Like, how is you guys? You guys, look at y'all, man. You guys are in a you guys are like dedicated to what you're doing. You guys have a belief. You guys are over here trying to preach the truth. What keeps you guys going? Do you guys have financial support? Or are you guys doing it based on passion, love?
It's the Holy Spirit, man. We support ourselves. We support each other. It's really just the motivation of the Lord, man. That's why we do what we do. You know, that's to give us the ambition to come out and teach. Rain, sleep, snow. We out here every weekend. You know.
Hey, I support you guys, man. I'm gonna say it like that. I don't got all day, but I support you guys.
Hey, one more thing I want to say. You know Whole Foods? Whole Foods. You've been there. You see how they got the Amazon. You can go there and either pay with your card or what? Get the Amazon One Palm Pay.
I don't know about that.
Next time you go to a Whole Foods, look at where you check out. They're gonna have something where you can put your palm over it.
Fingerprint type shit.
It scans your palm. The next step.
I didn't even know, bro. That's some crazy shit.
Got a Whole Foods on Barone.
Now you're saying that's
gonna be the next.
That's the next form of currency. That's the next form of identification, and they're gonna use that again. Okay. Whole Foods is doing that already.
Let me see that. Even this, man. Even martial law gonna be they're gonna shut this place down, man. They're gonna put a lot of people at FEMA camps. Everything, man.
Let me tell y'all about the stuff right now. I'm a light-skinned nigga. I'm a young, healthy, light-skinned nigga, bro. I work for a company that does completely unsupport what I'm doing. But, you know, I hate to say, I'm making money based off the society. I'm making money based in a way like where we're fucking headed. But I'm in a position where I recognize the value in what we all fucking like. I know this shit. Even though I'm a part of it, you know, trust me, I use it to my advantage as much as I can. Especially when, you know what I'm saying? I hate to say it, but unfortunately, it's like
use the world but not abuse it.
It's so fucking hard, right? Because like, bro, like I work for a company among seas, man. I'm fuck, man. And if you don't mind, man, like, you know, maybe this part try to, you know, I don't know if you guys put it on YouTube, blur my face out at a certain point or something, but like, you know, I'm saying like this, man. I'm working amongst a lot of white people. I work under a company that's owned by white people. Trust me.
We all do.
We all do. It's almost inevitable at a certain point, but trust me, bro.
We in captivity.
Trust me, man. I recognize that, and I'm as much as I'm disappointed by it because I have to follow a certain thing based off having to keep my pockets full. When we consider value, we consider money. You know, trust me, I'm with y'all, bro. I don't know how else to say it. Love, hey, y'all love. If anything, I might see y'all in a little bit, bro.
All right.
But it's a pleasure to meet everybody, bro. Love.
Shalom.
Hey, we at 3-2.
Oh yeah, we gotta go, brother.
Oh yeah.
We gotta go. Yeah, so you can we had 3.
We'll close out with that Isaiah 14. But hey, look, hey, y'all.
That wasn't even an intention.
We just started
the spirit be working though, you know?
4 to 8, right? Hey, what were we talking again with the brothers' lesson yesterday? What were you talking about? Tribes, you know, coming together, not just amongst the elect, but average everyday Jakes are waking up to the fact that we all getting screwed over by these so-called white people, these Edomites.
Yeah, Jake, man, Jake smooth as fucking.
Smooth as butter.
Smooth as butter, man.
He yoking something
Just
tonight.
get that body language.
He
Oh yeah.
He went to hit me with all that. I'm like, yo.
he can get an Eve on the phone. But you got that good hair, that Puerto Rican hair. You got that Rico Suave. Rico Suave.
Yeah, this is the book of Isaiah 14:4. It says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how hath the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
The end all be all. Again, ultimately, we know the king of Babylon is talking about these elites, but that goes down to this whole system, especially in the great city, Babylon the Great. Everything is going down. Once America goes, that's it for Esau's kingdom, because this is his ultimate stronghold.
Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
We know who the wicked is, the border of wickedness in Malachi 1 verse 4, and the wicked whom the earth has been given into the hands of in Job 9 verse 24. Esau is saying the staff and the scepter of the wicked has been broken. So Esau, I saw Satan cast down from heaven like lightning, like a snap of the finger. Esau's going to be taken out of power.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted and none hindereth.
The chemtrails, the wars, the GMO foods, democracy, feminism, capitalism, everything that this Edomite promotes being taken down, that he used to oppress the people and make the people mourn through his policies.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
And when the righteous beareth rule, the people rejoice, because the earth is finally going to be governed under the laws, statutes, and commandments. And while that first 1,000 years is going to be hell for these heathens, after that 1,000 years, after the kingdom is built up, they're going to see a righteous rulership. There's going to be no pedophiles running around, no chemtrails, the clean air, clean food, the family structure being back in order with the man at the head. Everything's just going to be perfect. It's going to be like the Garden of Eden, but for eternity this time, and even better.
Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon sang, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against
Even
us.
the spirit of nature is going to be at peace, because the lands are going to be getting strip mined for their resources, pollution poured into the ocean, or animals hunted to extinction. What does it say in Romans 8? The whole creation, the whole creation groaneth for the manifestation of the sons of God. And it's quickly coming upon us. Esau's about to be taken out of power. So from this point on, we in the end game of it. So right now, brothers just got to be, and you few sincere sisters got to be 10 toes down, holding firm to the faith, to the truth, so we can be of that elect number and the first fruits in the kingdom of heaven. Hold fast to that which thou now hast. So then what? I will give thee that rod of iron to rule over the nations.
Right.
Any brothers have any closing points?
Hello, brother.
So with that, we hope you sincere Akim and Akwaf were edified. And again, as always, we're going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahshai Bahasham Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. Abba-ba-ba! 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 Kwam Yasharala! Shalom! Shalom!